Part 5, the medicine shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilkes. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Banterra Bank. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams Football. From the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studio, the Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And good evening. Glad to have you with us tonight. Mount Vernon Rams Football. It's home opener here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Tonight, the 1-1 Mount Vernon Rams face the 0-2 Triad Knights. Good evening, Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show here on AM 940. Also online at WMIXsports.com. Jeff Crow, of course, has the video angles tonight. Quentin Lloyd is back at our Mount Vernon studio. It is the 1-1 Mount Vernon Rams. Get here via a 28-7 win over Mascoutah a week ago. Big road win, Danny Czerwinski, for the Rams last week. Looking to do it again here tonight against another Mississippi Valley team.
Well, another Mississippi Valley team. The Rams have a 3-game losing streak to Triad. Of course, that matches the number of buses Triad brought tonight, which was 3. But the Knights are not the Knights of the past. A lot of graduation, a lot of talent has crossed over the stage in the last couple of years at Triad High School. Their youngest team overall since 2002, and because of that, the Knights come in here limping into this third game, 0-2 on the season.
Of course, we'll tell you more about that throughout your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes and now details them all. 1-888 Landers. That's 1-888 Landers. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. We'll tell you more about them throughout the pregame show as well. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk with Mount Vernon Rams head football coach Jared Shaner. This is Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank.
At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposits. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois High School sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What does technology sound like? With the clang of heavy machines, the beats and chirps of an electronic gadget at the new Good Samaritan Health Center. Technology sounds a little something like this.
It's the sound of a young girl excited because her mom is released the same day as her minimally invasive surgery. Thanks to the Da Vinci surgical robot, our surgeon's hand motions are seamlessly translated into smaller, more precise movements. But surgery isn't the only way Good Samaritan is raising the bar for advanced healthcare in Southern Illinois.
That's the sound of a health center. Stored electronics for access by nurses, primary care doctors, specialists alike. That's why we use all electronic patient health records. Less favors translates to faster, better. And that sounds a little like
It's a health center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports. Welcome back to the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. The Mount Vernon Rams got a big win last week against the Mascoutah Indians. 28-7 was your final there. And, of course, we talked about it with Jared Shaner on the Saturday Sports Show Saturday morning. It's every week, 8:08 until 10 o'clock, only on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. Let's see what Coach had to say about last week's win and about this week's home opener with the Triad Knights. Head coach of the Mount Vernon Rams, a very happy camper this morning as the Rams win 28-7 last night over the Mascoutah Indians. Coach Shaner, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you? You know, what a great morning here in the King City. Big win last night for the Mount Vernon Rams. And, of course, going into last night's game, seeing how they fared against a Rochester team that's very good. Let's make no mistake about it, beating Sacred Heart Griffin last night. But going into last night's action, knowing that a win would be a very, very, very distinct possibility, you have to feel pretty good knowing that your kids went out there on all levels of football last night, all sides of the ball, I should say, and performed like you need them to, and then come out with a big win. I mean, I can't imagine you'd be any happier.
No, I was really, really happy, really proud of our kids. I did going into it, watching film. I knew they had several good athletes that were aggressive defensively, and that worried me a little bit. But I thought our kids stepped up, like you said. It wasn't one aspect of our team that carried us necessarily. I think our offense put drives together, our defense got stops, and we were pretty solid in the kicking game too.
A no-huddle offense to start the game last night. Onside kick, then when you got the football, you kind of forced the tempo on Mascoutah. Did you think that really caught them off guard to start the game last night?
Well, I think so a little bit. We just kind of decided, we have not done that before, and typically as you guys know, we're waiting for the play clock to get down into the 6-5-4 range before we're snapping it. We just thought, let's come out. We'll do some stuff with the line of scrimmage. We went with we kind of call it our heavy package, an extra lineman in there, take out a receiver, and just try to pound the ball at them a little bit and get right back on the line. Do it again, and I think it did catch them off guard a little bit, and moved the ball pretty successfully that first drive.
Looking at the first thing I noticed last night, obviously on there, was the offensive line. I think asserted themselves early, forced Mascoutah backwards a lot of times in running the football. And I thought that particular group set the tone for the evening and for the win for your team.
I thought so too. Our offensive line came out and did a nice job, like you said, especially at the beginning of the game. And it's always good, D linemen get subbed in and out for two reasons. Number one is they're out of breath. Number two is they're getting their butts kicked. And I watched them sub quite a few defensive linemen in and out of the games last night, and I think it's because of the second reason. All of our guys played well. I thought a guy that just really stood out was our center, Tom Bradley. Watching on film that their D-line was not real big, but they had one kid who was a little bit shorter but still weighed 260, I think they had him listed, and Tyler just did a great job and kind of pushed him all over the field. That's going for us.
The learning curve and progression of Dylan Reeves at quarterback in 2 weeks has been as pretty good as you can expect for a guy that's starting his first two varsity games. How pleased are you with his effort in the first 2 weeks?
Well, you know what? I thought it was pretty good. He was in a tough position week one. Rochester, like we talked about, has for sure one Division I defensive end, and quite possibly a second kid will develop into that. And so, our passing game, typically we run a little bit of quick stuff, and then, play action, our bootleg series. And both of those things are hard to do against really good defensive ends. So week one was a struggle, but overall I thought he made pretty good decisions. And then last night came out and, just did a good job. Last night was about perfect. If we could have every game, kind of scripted, I think we ran it about 60 times and threw it 8. So that's just great. That means we're running the ball well. And I didn't realize that Dylan completed all of his passes. Unfortunately, one of them was to a Mascoutah kid, so he was technically 7 out of 8 last night, but still a pretty good night.
Well, and with Dylan Reeves, I've yet to see the kid make a bad decision. And that's the thing about it is that even that pass that was intercepted, that still yet was not a bad decision. And it's remarkable to be able to have that type of leadership, that type of ability out there on the football field to lead the rest of the offense.
Well, he has done a good job, and Dylan is a three-sport athlete. He's grown up with sports, and I think he's done a good job being coachable. And Dylan puts a lot of pressure on himself. He wants to excel. He wants to, be the leader of the team. And to be honest, probably, when he gets from me on, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, he's probably happy to go out in the game. And, I can't stand by him and yell at him. I had him the whole time during a game, unlike practice. So I try to stay on him, and he really responds well to that. And again, along with everybody else, just did a good job for us last night.
Well, and it seems like everybody did a good job for the Mount Vernon Rams last night. I have a feeling we're going to be talking about the O-line much throughout the season for their successes and giving them accolades. But a kid that came in last night, got a dive play for a touchdown, made a lot of big hits last night, was Drew Hester as a sophomore. How have a feeling that's a kid we're going to be talking a lot about over the next few years.
Well, I think you're right. I hope you're right. Drew's a sophomore starting varsity. I felt like last week against Rochester missed a lot of opportunities on the defensive side of the ball. And at the end of the night, he had one forced fumble, one fumble recovery, led us in tackles with 11, and ran the ball, 5 or 6 times for 30 yards against a really good defense. He follows that up last night with, I believe, leading us in tackles again. Probably had 2 or 3 of the biggest hits of the game. Another fumble recovery, if I'm not mistaken. So, 2 varsity games, and just has done a great job. And then when we put him in the offensive backfield, he's 6'1", 6'2", 195 pounds, and just runs behind his pads and hard downhill. So he's a fun kid to coach and very passionate. Is probably one of the vocal leaders of our team. He kind of does a little chant before the game start and was leading the chant afterwards. And just a fun kid. And like you said, I think the name hopefully will be saying a lot and seeing great things over the next 3 years.
Looking the next week, the Triad Knights come into town off a loss against Collinsville. At this early stage, obviously, scouting and working and preparing for that is in its low stage. What do you know about the Knights of Triad as you head here into week 3?
Not a lot in terms of, this season. I think the thing with Triad, which I hope that our program is moving in this direction. It's year after year, you know what you're going to get from them. They're not going to make wholesale changes in their philosophy. Paul Bassler's been there a long time. Offensively and defensively, they have a set of beliefs, and they stick to them. Obviously, depending on, skill level of kids and talent and things like that, they'll make some adjustments. But, in terms of this year, I just know, looking over the roster from last year, they're going to have, big, solid offensive linemen. They always have a fullback who is about 5'6" and 220 pounds and just runs hard. Their quarterback will run a little bit of option and, typically make some pretty good choices. So just this morning started watching our film from last year and trying to see a few things they did against us. And then today we'll trade film with them and watch their first couple of weeks this year.
Well, and of course, the Triad Knights out of Mississippi Valley, back-to-back games against the Valley. Big win over Mascoutah last night. Then Triad, of course, coming into J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. It's going to have to feel pretty good going into your home opener, of course, with a 500 record at 1-1, something the Rams have been unable to do since 2006. I think it's just one of those things that you have to feel pretty good coming off a win for your home opener.
Well, I'd say it does. It beats the heck out of the alternative. I know that. I think we were excited last night, and this morning we'll come in and work a little bit and watch some film, and then the thing about football is you can't dwell on it too long, or sports in general. You've got to get ready and prepare and move on. Otherwise, that feeling of elation and happiness, and just that unbelievable high you have after a victory, that can go south pretty quickly. So I think, again, we'll enjoy the fact that we got a win last night, but in about 2 hours from now, after we watch some film, that'll be over, and all focus and all efforts on Triad and making sure, a week from now we're talking on the phone and we're 2-1.
Certainly that would be a nice prospect, but I have to ask this before we get to our social media question. Jared Shaner has trouble sleeping to begin with. Does he sleep better after a win, or is he even more jacked?
It's really about the same, to be honest with you. I think I left school about 2:30, went to bed about 3:30, and got up at 5:45. I just can't sleep. Again, loss, you're dwelling on things and ifs and buts, and then wins, you're going back over things and you're excited, and again, stayed out here and tried to get a little work done. So I got wins, losses, ties, and it doesn't seem to matter. It's all it's not a lot of sleep for me. But I'll take winning every week, that's for sure.
Here's your question. Our social media question of the week is, what is your favorite thing to do after a high school football game?
Well, asking a high school football coach that isn't a good idea. Our lives are a little different than everybody else. I guess I'm going to give you 2 answers, if that's okay.
Yeah.
If I could choose, I would love to be able to, just go and hang out with family and friends. Maybe catch scores from other high school football games, have a little cookout, eat a little late night supper, things like that. Unfortunately, that's, again, for me, that's kind of fairy tale land. So, really it doesn't bother me. I enjoy what I do. So, being out here and to be honest, last night the rest of the coaches went home and the players go home, and I enjoy the downtime a little bit. Sit in front of the computer and maybe watch film a little bit and get it into our huddle program, and just to relax and try to unwind peacefully and a quiet off by myself is a pretty good feeling.
Win is always a good feeling. Congratulations on the first win of the season against Mascoutah, Coach Shaner.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
That was Rams head football coach Jared Shaner on this past week's Saturday Sports Show. Don't forget you can tune in each and every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. We hope you'll join us tomorrow as we talk to Coach Shaner, Coach Johnny Hollis of Spencer, Lear, Waltonville, Woodlawn, as well as our WMIX correspondents, plus many, many more. It's all tomorrow morning here on AM 940 and again on WMIXsports.com. Plenty more talk coming your way about tonight's matchup between the Mount Rams and the Triad Knights, live from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes and now details them all. Next time you need premium detailing, see the folks at Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem, 1-888 Landers. We'll take that break. This is Rams Football from WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations and 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Have you been by Second Chance Auto lately? The selection is amazing. Their lot is full of great-looking, dependable cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. Family owned for the past 33 years, Second Chance Auto is the cure for summer new car fever. No one has a better selection of nice vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, no processing fees, and absolutely no gimmicks. Just honest deals at low prices. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
Don't just dream about a better job. Go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Red Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Red Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX mobile studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football.
Honoring America from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We'll take a break. This is Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank.
Friday Night Lights are back. The best in high school football content is right here at WMIX Sports. Don't miss area coaches and our panel of experts as the Saturday Sports Show revisits the region's most important games. We'll also recap the WMIXSports.com scoreboard, plus talk up other local sports. Look for the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 a.m. news on WMIX 940 and WMIXSports.com, powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Does it frustrate you when the person in front of you at the grocery store searches in their purse for what seems to be a half hour trying to find exact change? Tell them about People's National Bank Visa check cards and make everyone's shopping experience a little quicker. Just swipe your card, sign your receipt, and you don't have to worry about exact change. Need cash back? Just enter your PIN number and select the cashback button. You have an instant ATM. People's National Bank. Member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
Protect yourself and the ones you love by getting a flu shot at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. It's the smart and healthy thing to do. Just walk right in. No appointment is necessary, and no prescription from your doctor is required. The shot is no cost to Medicare primary beneficiaries with Part B. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have a seasonal flu shot event, which is not just one day, but usually 4 or 5 days that we schedule nurses to come in and give shots. I can also give shots to anybody who can't make those days, for example.
The Medicine Shop is also offering flu shot clinics. Here are the dates. Get your flu vaccine between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 24th, and Thursday, October 3rd, Monday, October 7th, and Tuesday, October 8th. If you're homebound, every effort will be made to schedule a home visit. Call us if you require this service. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or call 618-242-8776. Your home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Sports, powered by Community First Bank.
10 minutes away from the opening kick here at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, home opener for 2013. The Mount Vernon Rams welcome the Triad Knights. Good evening once again on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Landers, big or small, they fix them all. You'll have to see for yourself at their Mount Vernon and Salem locations. Landers Collision Centers, 1-888 Landers. And, of course, Landers also not only donated a golf cart to the Mount Vernon Rams football program, but also refurbished and repainted their other golf carts. So benevolence from Landers Collision Centers, not only in sponsoring this pregame show, but in their contributions to the community as well. As aforementioned, Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski on WMIX. Jeff Crow brings you the video on WMIXsports.com. Quentin Lloyd keeping us on the air back at the studio. And, of course, the Triad Knights come in an 0-2 mark after a Week 1 loss against Mattoon. Lose last week to always tough Collinsville, at least in terms of that Triad-Collinsville matchup, maybe not in terms of 7A, 8A football. But a rough start for the Triad Knights, who come in with a lot of youth.
Well, it's a lot of youth. It's your youngest team since 2002, but it's a Triad team that still believes in the option. Will run the football majority of the time when you look at the two games. In fact, Triad rushed the ball already 90 times this football season. They've only thrown it 6 times. They lost Medved. He's not back. He's gone. He's graduated, and that was the guy that really tore Mount Vernon up last year on that Saturday afternoon football game. But this is a team that has struggled defensively. Gave up 36 to Mattoon, gave up 24 to Collinsville. So for a team that runs the football a lot, they're giving up way too many points to be trying to come from behind.
Well, and this is a Triad team, the program, I should say, that over the past few seasons has owned the all-time series with the Rams. The Rams in the first 8 meetings, I believe, had a 7-1 career mark. But over the last few years, it has been all Triad. If there was a time or a season or a year for the Rams to get back into the matchup, it would be 2013.
Well, between 2000 and 2009, the Rams won 7 of 8 times, as you mentioned. And then, of course, the last 3, and they haven't been close. Triad won by 13 and 10. They won by 22 and 11. They won last year by 30. So Triad's kind of went the other way. Of course, Triad also, the fact that they have only lost 7 conference games since 04 in the Valley. Problem was 3 of them were last year. So they go 4-5 last year, missed the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Injuries last year, youth this year. Right now, not looking to make the playoffs for the second year in a row.
Well, and of course, for Paul Bassler, the head coach of Triad, he's only, I believe, 10 wins away from the 100-win plateau. So pretty impressive mark, of course, for coach at Triad. But in turn, you have Jared Shaner and the Mount Vernon Rams get their first win since the Carbondale game in 2011. It was here at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Haven't been over 500 since, I believe, Week 5. At the end of Week 5 of 2000 and, of course, 8. And so you have a team looking to kind of get it back above that mark with a 2-1 record if they can get a win here tonight at home. And a sparse Mount Vernon home crowd thus far, but I have a feeling a few more are going to trickle
Well,
in.
there's a lot of people standing down there by the fence and probably concessions and chit-chatting before they come to their seats, the old later living crowd as well. But, it's one of those deals where if this is a game, a lot of people have picked Mount Vernon to win based on record stats in 2 weeks of the season. But when you look at it this way, this might be a game a lot of people would pick Triad, and this is the first of many as you turn the corner in this football program where, in my opinion, if you're getting ready to turn the program around and make that turn around the corner, you got to win games you're not expected to win. This is number 1 right here. They are not expected to win, and this is the first one. A little more people picking them to beat Triad, but one of those not expected to win. This is the first. Here on out, it'll get bigger as those games go that you have to turn your corner and win those games you're not predicted to win.
Well, we talked about it a lot last week. That many saw the score against Rochester, saw the offensive struggles, saw the lone touchdown with special teams on a kickoff return by Braden Fitzgerald of 95 yards, which you can watch that highlight, many of the highlights from last week on WMIXsports.com, shameless plug. But you had many that saw that result from that first week of the season. Did not expect the Rams to contend well against a Mascoutah team that handled Breeze Central, of course, in the first week. Well, Rams come out, dominate that game pretty well from start to finish, save one series, of course, in the fourth quarter. And here we are this week with many picking the Rams. So it should be interesting.
It's hard to learn anything because Mattoon got 36 on Triad, and like, oh my gosh, we're getting this. And then last week, Mattoon got 40-something on Marion, but Marion scored 50-something. So how good is Mattoon? We don't know. That's the question. And this Triad team, of course, Jason Barber comes in leading rusher, 31 attempts, 192 yards, and 2 touchdowns. However, he only rushed the ball 8 times last week because he got hurt. Now, watching him at warm-up, he's got a tad bit of a hitch in the giddy-up. Has a hitch in the throw because he can't plant and throw the way he wants to, it looked like to us in warm-up. Now, once the adrenaline kicks in, maybe that'll change for him. But only thing is, we'll see if Mount Vernon can contain the rushing game, and that'll come in the keys of the game later on.
Of course, this is an important game for both teams. We'll tell you why after a quick break. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, and this is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Luxury has been reinvented with the technological innovations from the 2013 Lincoln MKX and MKZ. Hi, Roy Schmidt Lincoln dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. The king of luxury crossovers is back with many innovations, including heated and cooled front seats, panoramic vista roof, and available ambient lighting. You'll love everything the MKX has to offer. And don't forget the redesigned 2013 Lincoln MKZ. With elegant fluid lines, every surface is faceted like the many dimensions of discovery. For a very limited time, enjoy $4,000 in dealer discounts plus 0% financing for up to 60 months on the MKX and MKZ. Come see our selection of Lincoln Luxury at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or online at fordsquare.com.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. It's been said that in order to grow, you have to change. Very rarely anymore do insurance companies ask the phrase to go out and get 3 estimates. The new phrase insurance companies are asking is, would you like to take your vehicle to one of our direct repair facilities? This is a way for your insurance company and collision repair center to help relieve the stress you may have from your unfortunate incident. And as Landers Collision Centers has adapted to this forever-changing industry, we are extremely happy to announce that we are a direct repair facility for over 10 different insurance companies. It's likely that one of them is yours. From dealing with your insurance company, setting you up with a rental vehicle, lifetime warranty on repairs, and of course, Landers free lifetime detailing for qualified customers, Landers Collision Centers literally takes the stress from your incident and turns it back into a shiny new ride for you to enjoy again. Landers is here for you whenever you need it. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX mobile studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Triad Knights about 3 minutes away from kickoff here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Important game for both teams. Week 3 is so pivotal because if you're 0-2 going 0-3, not out of the realm of possibility, going to be very difficult to make the playoffs. But if you're a 1-1 team coming in and you get that second win, you're in pretty good shape as you get closer to your conference.
Well, you really don't want to lose 2. At this point, you're 1-1 with 7 games left. Now, the bad thing about the Rams is they'll be at home this week, take a road trip to Althoff next week, but 2 home games. So 3 of the next 4, counting this one getting ready to kick off, are here at home for the Mount Vernon Rams. So you got to hope they use that to their advantage. And, again, a win tonight paints a different picture. If you lose tonight, there's probably a little bit more doubt heading over to the Candy Cane Turf at Althoff next week. If you win tonight, you may get a little swagger sprayed on you because now you feel like, hey, we can get on that bus and ride over there and give Althoff a run. So as the Mount Vernon Rams get ready to be introduced to the home crowd, you hear the cowbells in front of us. This is a big game for this year and this program as we start moving along into Jared Shaner tenure.
Well, and a tenure that has struggled at times, but now as this team starts to find some experience and find some talent within their youth, expectations will continue to climb. Some keys to tonight's matchup, of course, will be coming your way here in just a moment as the Mount Vernon Rams look to improve to 2-1 tonight against an 0-2 Triad team.
Well, it's a bunch of limits here tonight. The key is limits. Number 1, limit Triad's running game. You don't want those long drives and tire out your defense. You got to get them out, 3 and out, get them out, and limit those get them to short drives. Second one is limit your turnovers offensively. The Rams turned the ball over several times early in that game last year at Triad on Saturday afternoon. That allowed Triad to have the short field and use that running game as a severe weapon. Shorter field, shorter runs, more points the Rams, there's no limit. If you play well, you make plays, you show excitement, that'll get this big crowd that's starting to fill in a little bit more and more into the ball game. You have no limit there because you want noise from your 12th man sitting over here in the bleachers.
Of course, we'll get to your Central Christian Church starting lineups here in just a moment as we near the top of the 7 o'clock hour, near kickoff from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. It is 7 o'clock here in the King City. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
WMIX Sports is WMIX Mount Vernon. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
There you go. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski alongside on WMIX. Jeff Crow with the video at WMIXsports.com. Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio as we're about to get underway for the Mount Vernon Rams and the Triad Knights. Rams will be in their home blacks tonight, black pants, black tops. Of course, most will have white numerics trimmed in orange. Some might have a little bit more of an archive effect, of course, with the orange trim down the sides and the orange numerics trimmed in a white stroke. All will have the black helmets with the solid right half, and then the left half that'll have the new, modern, sleek Ram emblem. For the Triad Knights, of course, most will have high red socks. Many will have black pants and, of course, white tops with red numerics trimmed in black. And then, of course, the infamous black Triad helmet. So we're about to get underway from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Rams were introduced as a team here tonight, of course, over the public address. We'll get you your Rams starters when they take the field here in just a moment. Of course, those will be presented by Central Christian Church, where you can log on to thenewscentral.com to watch worship services, find ministry multimedia, and amazing messages for adults and youth alike. It's all at thenewscentral.com, Central Christian Church. Loving God and loving people.
I think by the end of the night, might be some long sleeves popping out. I got some hoodie sweatshirts, some pullovers already tonight up here in the booth. Still rather warm. The sun has just dipped below the horizon. So we are now looking at not a problem of vision as I was trying to get to that point.
Nope. Can always count on that sun to set just about game time, just about kickoff. Slight delay. We're about 1 minute behind schedule. The temperature at kickoff will be about 70 degrees. Can expect a low tonight, not necessarily during the game.
Yeah.
About 45, but by the time the game ends, it'll probably be up in the upper 50s.
The late arrivers are arriving now.
There we go.
It is filling in with some orange and black. Nice to see here. You got a team that's 1-1, got an opportunity to do some things. You want to see a lot of people out here making noise as we have Lane Kiffin in the house.
Well, and Steve McCoy, as more commonly named, it is his birthday, so happy birthday.
Oh, well, that just makes it all the difference.
To Stevie McCoy. As kickoff will come here at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Back to return for the Rams. Braden Fitzgerald's to the near side. It's going to go to the far side and out of bounds.
Oh, I'll drive Coach crazy.
Yes, it will. Out of the reach for DeMontez Miller-Gray. He had some highlights last week. Scampered for a 40-yard run and had a nice interception. You can find those at WMIXsports.com.
So you drive on a bus, you ride over 2 hours plus, and the first thing your kicker does is kick it out of bounds. Be a long walk back if you can't kick one in play. Of course, Mount Vernon's going to say, we'll take it just fine at the 35-yard line.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. The ball will be on the 35. Of course, 12 minutes on the clock as no time elapsed on the kickoff. As will be spotted on the far hash. For the Rams, of course, it'll be split to the right for Jacoby Marshall. Split to the left, it'll be Doug Gardner as Jacoby Marshall returns to the Rams starting lineup here tonight. Your wingbacks will be Graham Hinken. Thought I also saw C.J. Lloyd. And quite possibly DeMontez Miller-Gray with your quarterback, the junior Dylan Reeves under center. The man in motion is going to be Lloyd coming to the near side, and it's going to be a run up the middle. Along that far hash, maybe a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Rams.
Yeah, not much there. Just a little fullback dive off the left side in that tight formation. Might be some scripted plays here as we move along. Crowd still filtering in.
So some different starters in the lineup tonight. Line is pretty well the same. Not many changes there for Jared Shaner, Alex Hopkins, Josh Borland, Tyler Bradley, Cody O'Neill, and Eli Phillips, of course, listed as my starters here for tonight's offensive starters for the Mount Vernon Rams. Reeves back under center, Lloyd in motion again. It's going to be a quick pitch to the near side. Gets to the near hash at about the 35. Lost yardage. At this point, gets to the 40. Now buries the head and gets to about the 44-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 7, and it'll bring up 3rd and 1.5 here for the Rams.
Well,
scoreless in your first
That
quarter.
was a case. You see running backs get to the hole too quickly, and you could see that time from Mount Vernon, number 30, C.J. Lloyd. Time it. Wait for his blockers to get in front of him, make the blocks, and he turned it upfield. Patience by a running back, huge that time.
Indeed. The ball will be on the near hash, just shy of the 45-yard line. Split to the left, Gardner. On the right, it's going to be Jacoby Marshall. Quarterback keeper gets to about midfield on the near hash. The QB keep works for about 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams near midfield on the near hash at the 11-10 mark of the first quarter. Still seeking a score here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium.
The offensive line picking up right from where they did last week. They're dominating up front right now. All positive yardage after 3 plays and a first down.
Same.
At what yard line?
49
Thank
on the
you.
near.
Just checking.
In Ram territory on the near hash. We drop below the 11-minute mark. Some of us have grown up since then. Quick pitch to the left side. Miller Gray. The hyphen past midfield. Gets to the 45. Still on his feet. Trying to cut to the outside at about the 40. Now at the 30. Oh, and tripped up at about the 25-yard line in Triad territory. That'll go down. It's about a 26-yard run, depending upon the spot of the ball. Good run.
Yep, good little run. The Rams on a march here. And they are dominating up front. Gray, I mean, there's so many options. You got the power in Hinkin and Lloyd. Then you bring in the hyphen after that, and he takes care of business to run down that left side quickly.
And same personnel for the Rams. It's been effective thus far. Your wingbacks, of course, are Miller Gray and C.J. Lloyd. Fullback is Graham Hempkin. Split to the right, it'll be Marshall. In motion, it'll be Lloyd. It's going to be a handoff to Hinkin. Goes off tackle, bulldozes his way down to about the 15. We'll call it the 16. It'll be a gain.
It looks about 10. I wouldn't be shocked if they move the chains here. The referee will go in and look. PA announcer jumped to start.
PA announcer, I guess, was listening to
youthful exuberance as they will bring a chain over and measure it. He's already called it. He don't need any spotters over there. What is
he's
he
a good personal assist. 10:38 to play in the first quarter. We're scoreless from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, powered by Community First Bank, where if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. That's the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation.
That used to be a Scholar Bowl question back in the day.
Yes, it did. Usually on a bonus.
Yeah,
and
bonus.
Then you had to name
that's second down.
What the national banking system was based on or whatever.
And then they did like a bunch of abbreviations. You know, they do that. You know, put them all. Yeah, that was always like question answer 3 or 4.
You're insured
always.
up to how much?
Yep.
Which back then was $100,000 in our day.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's $250,000.
What does the SEC stand for? The FCC.
I messed that up. I
FDIC.
messed up SEC bad one time. I went your route.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Southeastern
Everybody
Conference.
knows it for that anyway.
Oh, 10:30 to play in the first. Rams to the line of scrimmage. The ball at the Triad 16 on the far hash. Miller Gray in motion. Reeves rolling to the right side of the pass. As Hinkin, but
play.
It'll be sniffed out by the Knights as he was flushed out along the near hash, pushed all the way back to about the 28-yard line for a loss of 12, and a good play there by number 90 for Triad. That's Altoff's next week. That's Clayton Nickerson.
Next week we'll be blinded by the field in that case.
Uh-huh.
A lot of tackles, though, Mr. Nickerson. He didn't have tackles. That's his first one of the year based on stats. Interesting.
So 3rd and 12 for the Rams. Uh-oh. It'll be Reeves back under center. Split to the left. It'll be Gardner. On the right, Marshall in motion. It will be Miller Gray. They're going to give to Graham Hempkin, who plows his way forward. Gets back to about the 18 or so.
Well, the key there, Chris, is it's manageable now. You know, you had 2nd and 1. It turned out to be 3rd and 10. Now you push it down to 4th and about 3. Options in the playbook when it's 5 or less on 4th down.
9:28 to go in the first quarter, no score. Rams on the first drive of the game. Split to the right again, Marshall. Split to the left, it'll be Gardner. Your wingbacks, of course, are Lloyd and Miller Gray. Fullback will be Hinkin. Your quarterback, Reeves, will be under center. He's going to try to plow forward and use that line to his advantage again. Question is it looked like he got beyond the 15, which is the first down.
Plenty. As tall as he is, if Reeves gets in behind the center and the line and keeps going as the Rams pick up their 3rd first down of the drive, he can push through, and Reeves comes over holding things that we all know about. He's a little gimpy in that area as he trots back to the huddle to give the play.
What a night for high school football.
It's when that sun went down in the west, that made it very, very nice.
Some things are consistent. That's certainly one of them. Glad it's finally down beyond the trees of the horizon. It's going to be a handoff inside to Graham Hinkin, who has been very valuable this year as he got inside the 10 down to about the 6 for a gain of 9.
Here's what Mount Vernon, they'll run that fake jet sweep going right to left, and the middle linebacker, gosh bless him, I guess, is he just bites on that every time they've run it so far in this first drive. He's eventually going to learn you can't go with the fake and stay home because he's moved over there, and every time he moves, the waters part, and Mount Vernon runs right to where he's not.
So another 2nd and 1 for the Rams. 8:27 to play in the first. No score yet here from Mount Vernon. The Rams looking to threaten. It is. Did it again. This time it's going to be to Graham Hempkin. Rolls up the right side. Does he get in?
Oh, how does he not get in?
Just shy of the goal line at the half-yard line.
Wow.
So it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, that's okay, but I mean, come on. He was close enough. The football was touching. There you go. First time. He's quick.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks.
Glad to have you on WMIXSports.com, powered by Red Lake College, where you can save thousands on your college education. See how and apply online at rlc.edu.
10th play of the drive here for Mount Vernon. I'd say keeper.
We'll see.
Quick snap, go.
First and goal from the 1, and it'll dial up number 9 as Dylan Reeves gets in for the score. And the Rams will take a 6-0 lead. Here to open things up at home in the opener.
4-minute drive goes 65 yards on 10 plays, and the Mount Vernon Rams have scored to start the game.
8:02 mark of the first quarter. We'll have that highlight on WMIXSports.com. We'll also have a scoreboard at the end of the night. Should be very extensive and comprehensive. And, of course, we'll get you some scoreboards powered by Tony Wilt here in just a moment as first quarter scores will roll in here over the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. It is going to be a fake. Reeves is going to roll to the right looking for 2. Has everybody covered up in the end zone, and that was almost complete just inside the end zone to Williamson. But a tackle from behind, and it's dropped. It'll remain 6-0 Rams here. 8:02 to play in the first quarter. Pretty good drive by the Rams.
Yep, they go, as I said, 10 plays, 65 yards, 4 minutes. That's a nice little drive in that case. But they didn't get the extra point. That's the only problem, and it's 6-0 Mount Vernon on a good start.
Good start indeed, and of course with 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow is with us as well. Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. We'll be back at it on Thursday night as the Mount Vernon Lady Rams are in volleyball action. They got a big 3-set win over Woodlawn last night.
One of the best atmospheres in a long time for high school volleyball.
No kidding.
Last time we saw something like that was the same one. Oh, boy.
Of course, they're back in action on the varsity level Monday at Althoff. Unfortunately, we will be unable to be there.
We'll be at Althoff next.
Be there Friday night.
Friday night for the turf. Can't wait to see the renovations. It's been a while since I've been to the old stadium, which is now renovated, so it's kind of new. Can't wait to see that place up close.
Looks like could be for the Knights at about the 20 or make that the 15 to return. Looks like Stephen Evanoff.
Now, Triad's got to be thinking, wow.
Was that 42?
Come over here, and they just got 10 plays shoved down on them in 4 minutes, so we'll see how they react.
Widenoff has some trouble with it at about the 20. It'll bounce to about the 22, where falling upon it, Jagger Gakin. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights. 7:59 to play in the first quarter. It is 6-0. Mount Vernon on top. 1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 22-yard line.
And you notice, too, with Mount Vernon, Triad, they gained field position. Mount Vernon started at the 35. Triad will start at their own 21. 14-yard difference in field position gained for the Rams. They'll go no huddle. Triad will come out off the sideline for their first play, as they traditionally do. And they will line up, and we'll see just how good Mr. Barber is, except he is in. We'll see. Single back.
Barber, the quarterback, under center with a single back. He'll have 2 split to the left and a man in motion. This is going to be a pitch to the near side. Here comes the run. Rams not buying. Get a good stop there as number 18 gets the first call. That's Sam Lawson, the senior, 5'9", 168 pounds. Gets to about the 27 for a gain of 5, so that cuts it in half. It'll be 2nd and nickel.
Lawson's only carried the ball about 5 times this year. Gets 5 quick ones.
No kidding. Wiedemann, of course, is the fullback.
Oh,
back to pass is the quarterback, Barber, looking downfield to the right, just out of the reach on the dive at about the 40-yard line. It'll fall incomplete and bring up 3rd and 5 on a pass intended for Cody Wigington.
Mount Vernon lucky that time. 11 guys in the box. In fact, within 8 yards of line of scrimmage, safety sucked in on the fake to the guy going on the sweep to the right side, and Barber pulled it in and had a guy streaking down the middle of the field with nobody near him, about 10 yards behind, and Mount Vernon catches a break on the overthrow to get the 3rd down.
They'll have Wigington split to the right. Quarterback, of course, is number 7, Jason Barber. Battled an injury last week. He'll be under center. It's going to be quarterback keeper on the option. Doesn't get much on it, maybe a gain of 1.
Remember what I said. Stop Triad. Make them do some things they don't want to do.
And will that be punt? It's 4th and 5 from their own 28. 7:18 to play in the first. Rams on top 6-0.
Limit also goes with me in the pregame points of the game because I'm limiting myself to keep myself out of the
there you go.
Who's Cow on Twitter tonight.
Punter is typically Adam Sims, number 17. He is a senior. 6'4", 180 pounds. Back to return, Doug Gardner. Hit just inside the near hash. He is at about the Mount Vernon 37. Beware for trickery, and nope, it's going to be straight up punt. And they are all going after Doug Gardner. If he can get to the left, he may have something. Shakes a tackle at about the 40. Going to be pushed back, but did get to the 40-yard line. We'll see the spot of the football. Two different things from two different officials. But at 6:43 to go in the first, the Rams will have their second drive. It'll be 1st and 10 on top, 6-0.
Still twilight out there as lights haven't fully taken effect here at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, but
takes a while.
Takes coming in.
You got to turn that thing on when it's about noon.
It's like the old lights they used to have at the some of the gymnasiums around the area before everything changed, and you turn them off and it take them 15 minutes to turn on.
I know a place where we still battle that on a daily basis.
I know a place that used to flip them off, and it cost them or got in trouble one night because of a 10-minute delay. Changed the outcome of a game.
Never want to have that.
Southwestern Jefferson County.
Couple of wingbacks for the Rams, same personnel this time. Actually, it's going to be offset eye. And this is going to be off to the near side for Drew Hester. At the 40, gets to the 45 midfield. He'll be pulled down at about the Triad 47-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 15 yards.
Don't want to be say we got a break, but Mount Vernon got a break because they had an illegal formation. They had guys covered and uncovered, and so many I couldn't even count. Referees were not looking for that at all at that point.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Check out the amazing, hard-to-believe incentives on the Ford F-150. All new remaining 2013s at Ford Square and FordSquare.com. In motion, it's going to be Lloyd. Ooh, nice little turnaround for Dylan Reese. Finds a seam as he gets to the 45, pulled down at about the 41. Gain of about 8. We'll bring up 2nd and 2 here. 6:27 mark of the first. Still 6-0 Rams.
You run that play, the quarterback keeper, not in the sense of like you normally see it up the middle for a dive. You run the fake the pitch, and you spin and keep going. And what that does is lifts the linebacker up and gets him to go because he's going to trail off the fake, and that leaps it up the middle. Right now, the middle's parting all day on anything Mount Vernon runs. They're owning it right now.
They're working well with this group of backs out there. Graham Hempkin checks back in. In motion, Miller Gray. It's going to be an inside handoff to Graham. And, of course, what's he do? Tumbles to about the 35 for a gain of 6 for another Ram first down.
Tough run there that time. That's those hard nose yards where you take a licking and keep going. As that is the 6th first down for the Mount Vernon Rams here in this first quarter.
A lot of love for a player like Graham Hempkin.
Guy could go in and just run people over.
You have some razzle-dazzle speed out there, of course, with DeMontez Miller-Gray. Other wing-back, of course, to the left. And this offset eye now, it's going to be C.J. Lloyd in motion. Pitch is going to come to the right side. Lloyd to about the 35, follows his blocker to the 30, somehow tiptoes the sideline. There's a flag at or near the 25. We'll see what the ruling's going to be in with the spot.
If it's a hold, it's going to cost the Rams 1 yard. If they do it from the spot of the foul. It's a hold from the 25. We'll see where the flag is. I think it's at the 25.
Holding against Mount Vernon.
Yeah, they're going to move him back 10, which will cost Mount Vernon 1 yard in the long run.
In the grand schemer of things, huh?
Yeah. Because the line of scrimmage is at the 34, and the flag, if it's at the 25 or somewhere in that vicinity, it may cost them an even 0, depending on what happens. The Rams had 10 yards, but that'll get nullified.
So we'll see
how
happens.
They walk it off. Yeah, it's from the 25, so it goes to the 35, which means it's a 1 yard penalty.
5:35 to play in the first quarter. Mount Vernon leads Triad by a score of 6-0. So really no harm, no foul.
It's one of those things in high school. In NFL, of course, it goes to the line of scrimmage. In high school, it goes where it's at. That's why the difference. It's a 1 yard holding penalty.
Now, worse things have happened.
1st and 11 now.
Marshall split right. Doug Gardner split to the left. Miller Gray, Hicken, and of course C.J. Lloyd are your backs. Lloyd in motion. Going to come right over to the right slot. Ooh, Dylan Reeves going to dial his own number, looking to break to about the 30. He's going to be pushed back. So it'll be a gain of about 3 for Dylan, and it'll bring up 2nd and roughly 8 for the Rams as we drop below the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Well, maybe saw something there he liked. Gets 2 or 3 tough yards to start with. And you feel like Mount Vernon's owning right now, maybe trying to see some things on this particular drive. They're still moving the football. It's nice when you can move the football and you can experiment with different plays to see where the Triad defense will move depending on what's ran.
4:45 to go in the first. 6-0 Rams on top. Dylan Reeves, the junior quarterback, is under center. The Rams are 1-1 this year with a victory over Mascoutah, lost to always tough Rochester. Miller Gray's in motion right to left. Going to be an inside handoff to Lloyd, sniffed out by Triad.
Well, there was an exchange of handoff that didn't go so well. Kind of a delay, and it probably would have been 5 or 6 yards or more, but it turned out to be 2 based on the delay of the handoff. That was the problem.
Tony Wilt, glad to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. We'll get you a scoreboard update here in just a moment. Not
Only
really
2
yet.
scores so far.
Thought I saw a couple roll in on the Twitterverse, which, of course, you can follow us at WMIX Sports. Reads a QB under center. Pitcher can come to the right side to the fullback, Drew Hester, trying to tightrope that sideline as he stymies out of bounds inside the 25. At least that's where I had him. He may be right at the 25-yard line, which would make it 4th and short for the Rams, depending upon the spot of the football. Dangerously close. Speaking of fourth, and a long one. Rams are going to go for it here. Who could blame them? 3:54 mark of the first quarter, up 6-0. Second drive for the Rams. First drive for the Knights stalled out. It's going to be a quick pitch to the near side. Bulldozing his way to a first down is Drew Hester. Inside the 20, so the Rams are in the red zone as he gets to about the 17 for a gain of 8.
Domination. It's amazing. There are 5 backs that have touched the ball from Mount Vernon. There's only been 1 negative yardage. That's how good this Rams offense has been tonight.
Of course, something new we're seeing out of the Rams this year. Good on 4th down conversion. Now 2 of 2 tonight. 3:40 to play in the first. They're going to split out to the left and to the right. Same personnel for the Rams. The quarterback reads under center. Miller Gray in motion. This time it's going to be Graham Hempkin and off tackle between the hashes, fighting for positioning inside the 5. Maybe right to the 5.
Another 10 yards. Just keep racking them up. 8 first downs for Mount Vernon in this first quarter, and we, at this point, are only 3.5 left. Racking them up.
First quarter action from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Home opener for the Rams on top 6-0. Looking to extend that lead against a Triad Night team that has had their way with the Rams the past 3 years. 7-4 in favor of the Rams is the all-time series between these two teams. 3:11 to play in the first. It is going to be the left to DeMontez. Miller Gray finds a seam. Can he get in? Tried to go to the far side from the 5.
He got
Doesn't
4.
look like it. So it'll be 2nd and goal.
This will be the 10th play of this drive for Mount Vernon. How about this? You could have 2 10-play drives in the first quarter and score.
2nd and goal for the Rams from just inside the 2-yard line. Ball spotted on the far hash. Reeves, the quarterback under center, going to have a man in motion. Reeves obviously going to keep it himself. Does he get in? He does. And that'll be a 2-yard touchdown for the Rams, who now lead it 12-0. Picking up where they left off from a week ago.
Yep. 10 yards and approximately 3.5 minutes. Dylan Reeves again. How about that?
Not bad. There's the horn.
There it is. That play started their own third drive, 62-yard drive that time by Mount Vernon on 10 plays.
12-0 on for the point after. Of course, it'll be the quarterback Reeves. Held by Millwood. The kick is up. Looks like it's good, and the Rams get the PAT to take a 13-0 lead with 2:37 to play in the first. Nice. And, of course, Rams football is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Familiar faces could be in new places. That's because Community First Bank continues to expand, but they continue to welcome you back to personal banking. Find them in 5 Jefferson County locations: Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ida. Member FDIC. Exactly what the Rams needed, and something about the number 10.
Yeah, it's rolling. It is rolling, that's for sure.
Rolling indeed. Of course, you can watch us online at WMIXsports.com. Friendly for any device, especially your iOS devices. Whether it be the iPhone from the first all the way to the 5, or here in the next few weeks, the 5C or even the 5S, and of course, Android friendly as always. Blackberries are welcome as well. Can't forget about them. Windows phones. Any mobile device. We'll leave it at that. 2:37 to play in the first quarter. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside on WMIX. As we near the bottom of the 7 o'clock hour, we'll take care of that in just a moment. As back to return, it'll be Wiedemann, the fullback, 5'7" for Triad. On to kick off, of course, will be Mr. Everything, Dylan Reeves. He's really earning those fantasy points tonight.
Yeah, if you got Dylan Reeves in a fantasy game tonight of high school football, you're doing pretty good.
Squib to the near side, and whoa, that'll be picked up by Triad. The boom leveled by the Rams. That was Miles Tate as he lowers the boom at the 2:33 mark of the first. What a tackle, and Triad's going to get 3 yards on the kickoff return.
He'll learn not to pick that up again, I bet.
He's going to leave that alone next time. I believe that to have been the sophomore Lucas King for the Knights, who are going right to left here in the first quarter that has approximately 2 minutes and 33 seconds left.
10-0, Heron over DuQuoin the first. Pinckneyville and Benton are scoreless after one, as are Centralia and Effingham. It is El Dorado over CZR 15-0 early first, and at Fairfield with only a 14-8 lead on Alvarado Trico east of us on Route 15.
Very nice. Tony Wilt, glad to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town.
8-0 Pinckneyville. Early second, the Panthers have punched it in.
Saw that on at WMIX Sports on Twitter. You should give it a follow. I know I do. Well, I'm a part of it, although you do more. As this is going to be a handoff, or actually, nope, the quarterback's going to keep it for Triad. Jason Barber trying to break to the far hash. Shy of midfield for a gain of 7. Maybe a gain of 6 because he's more at the 49 with 2:20 to play.
I noticed, if you did as well, that Centralia now up 7-0 on the Hearts, but I saw their Barber just doesn't have the giddy-up go as we have seen in the past.
Not at all. Not what we're used to seeing, especially from the likes of like a Christian Moon, who is very effective with the option for Triad. They're going to flush this quarterback near the far hash, and he's going to be dropped back to about the 40. So that's going to be a half sack for a couple of Rams defenders. I think Tyler Knutson was in on the play. They're on the far hash. It's actually going to be about the 41-yard line. So a loss for the Knights makes it 3rd and about 12 for Triad as we drop to the minute 45 mark of the first quarter. 13-0 here on Friday the 13th from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. The Rams up a pair of touchdowns on the foes from the Mississippi Valley Conference. Many would like to see a possible merger of these two conferences. That's more wishful thinking than anything. It's going to be reverse going up to the right side. Can the Rams get to it? They do. They give chase to about the 45, gets down to about the 47. Trying to break to the outside was Triad. The runner on that one was
number 24.
That's why I was wondering. Averill.
Yep. Thought I'd help you out.
Thank you. I could not
Welcome.
see. White jerseys have not been kind to me thus far this year. Got to get the old peepers checked, I guess.
4th down, and Triad's going for it, down 2 scores.
They are. 4th and 6 from their own 47-yard line on the far hash. We drop below the minute mark here in the first. 13-0 Rams. Averill in motion. It's going to be a handoff, but it's wasn't going to be for very far, but slipping a couple of tackles there along that far sideline down to about the 45. So that is actually going to be a gain of about 7 as Hester makes the tackle on the play as Triad is able to get there another first down.
And that is a case there of Triad trying to get through. They do get through with their first down of the quarter.
Split to the left, looks like Alex Crean. Quarterback Barber is under center, single back set. He's going to keep it himself on the fake handoff. He's able to break around the hash. Jumps, jives, and wails to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 will be another Triad first down.
And the thing about it is, if you're Triad, you can't get spooked by the fact that you're down 13 points. They can stay within their game plan and get something done and stay in this ball game, being that's the first quarter.
37.3 seconds to go. First quarter action from J.D. Shields. Triad trying to march the football. They're in Ram territory on the 34. Ball in the far hash in motion. It's going to be Averill. And it's going to be the quarterback, Barber, keeping himself. Breaks a couple of tackles. Gets to the outside at about the 20, inside the 15. We'll see where the spot of the ball is going to be. Looks like it should be right about the 16-yard line. So that is going to be a gain of about 18.
3 first downs. Not good. Sesser and Chester at the end of one. Scoreless. That would be huge for the Red Devils. They could come up with one there.
Yes, it would. We'll talk with Johnny Hollis tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show. We'll also talk with Rams head football coach Jared Shaner. As the quarterback for Triad, Barber will be under center. Split to the left, one to the right, one in the slot, and this is going to be an inside handoff. Sniffed out. Nope, it's going to be Barber keeping it himself. Good job on the option there. Not such a great job on the option read by the defense as he gets inside the 10 to the 9. Gain of 6.
Showing some pride and moxie there, even with that bad foot as we wind the first quarter down.
Cannot imagine another play will get off here at the end of the first quarter. It is the Mount Vernon Rams 13, the Triad Knights nothing. When we come back, it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Knights here. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Ren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Ren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to renlakecollege.edu/fitcenter.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust. Why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations, 7 ATMs, and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Streaming worldwide. At WMIXSports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back, J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside us. We head to the second quarter. Triad threatening. They'll have 2nd and 4 from the Ram 8 as they're trying to punch in their first score of the game. Triad 0-2 losses to Mattoon and Collinsville to open up the season. The Rams, of course, 1-1. Lost 32-6 at Rochester, but won 28-7 on the road last week at Mascoutah. Now leading 13-0 over Triad. It'll be the quarterback Barber under center, tailback this time will be Bryce Wiedemann. Split to the right, of course, will be number 15, Cody Wigginton. It's going to be a handoff. Nope, it's going to be Barber keeping it himself. Looks like he is inside the 5. I don't know that he got that close to the goal line. Maybe to about the 3.
Made some yardage, though. Got about, 7, 8?
Yeah.
Drive continues. They start at their own 42.
So it'll be first and goal, looks like, for the Knights. Quarterback Barber under center. Wiedemann still his lone back. Oh, going to have illegal motion, I think, on the Knights.
That'll be their second penalty. Carmi over Johnson City 22-0. Pinckneyville over Benton into 1, 8-0. And Chester now leads SVW 6-0. Mount Vernon lined up in the neutral zone.
Wow.
That's bad. That's a penalty you can't have.
Of course, I didn't see that. Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw the other two. 11:37 to play in the second quarter. Just underway in quarter number 2, 13-0. About to change here. Good handoff. Man in motion that time was number 18, Sam Lawson, who's going to be dialed up for 6. It's 13-6, and Triad's within a score.
Well, that didn't take very long. They go 58 or 58 yards on 9 plays to get that score. And take about 3 minutes to do so.
Didn't eat up much time off of the clock, as we're going to see Patorf on for the point after attempt. Snap is down. Good hold. Good kick. Looks like it's going to be good right through the uprights. It'll be 13-7.
Well, we got a game. I didn't think Triad would roll over very easily. Kick good.
Of course, whether you're looking for embroidered hats, golf shirts, jackets, maybe some award trophies, plaques, medallions, or ribbons, seek out Winning Edge online at winningedgeusa.com, serving Jefferson County and Southern Illinois. 11:28 to go in the first half. 13-7 Rams on top, and Triad struck pretty quick.
Harrisburg paying back Marion tonight, up 12-zip at the end of one.
Really?
Yep.
That'll ignite
There's some
fuses.
bad blood down there after, 82 points scored by the freshman from Marion over Harrisburg last night.
Yeah.
Here's a score. I don't know what class that is, but that's what got reported. Yeah. I think one of our correspondents has gotten lost.
Well, lost or au natural at this point.
Well, that could be too.
So they're about to kick off.
We may not be paying him enough, so
that's quite possible.
With him, that's probably his complaint.
We'll reevaluate.
We can discuss that in February.
Or December on a Monday night. 11:28 to play in the first half. It's 13-7. Triad on top.
Better be, is all I know.
Pretty well there.
Okay, good.
Back to return. Looks like Miller Gray and Fitz. It'll be Miller Gray to pick it up at about the 13-yard line. Now to the near hash of the 20. 25 between the hashes of the 30. Gets stopped, still on his feet. Breaks to the near side at the 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet about the 40. Shakes the man to the 45. He'll be brought down by a double tackle here, or a half tackle for each. Brought down by a duo, I guess I should say, at about midfield.
Gutsy. One thing about a running back or a returner, you got to keep your feet moving, and because of that, he was able to keep going, kept his head up, got to see what was around, ended up getting a lot of yardage.
So it's about a 36-yard kickoff return for DeMontez Miller Gray. 13-7 Rams on top, 11:15 to play in the first half. As Dylan Reeves in the mound for the Rams back on offense here. Will it be 10 plays again for a score? That has been the consistency of the Mountford Rams offense tonight. Rams will go double side here with a couple of wing backs. It's going to be pitched to the outside. Far side, it's going to be Drew Hester trying to break past midfield down at about the 49 for a gain of 2. It'd be 2nd and 8.
All right, power football, baby. Gotta love it.
Who's the name of the game for Drew Hester? Number 22 on the Ram roster. 10:57 to go here in this first half. Rams football, of course, as always, is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. We'll tell you more about them in just a moment. That was a Tony Wilt scoreboard update you heard a moment ago. State Farm Insurance agent here in the King City. 10:45 rolls off the first half clock. 13-7 Rams on top, looking for another score. C.J. Lloyd in motion. Going to break to the outside on his feet about the 45. Ooh, just shy of the 40. As he gets to about the 42 for a gain of 7, it'll be 3rd and short, depending upon the spot.
Yep, what another good run by C.J. Lloyd.
Money. Are you watching online at WMIXsports.com, or maybe you're listening? Of course, Rend Lake College powers are streaming. They offer over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. See which is right for you with full descriptions at rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. Offset eye for the Rams. Split to the left and to the right. It's going to be probably a quarterback keeper for I about said Clayton Reeves.
Yeah,
there's a shout
There's a shout out. Clayton Reeves has gotten a shout out tonight, so that'd be enough of him. First down Rams. That is number 9 for them on the game as Dylan Reeves gets some yardage. Now, he was around the field tonight. I don't know if he's still down there. He looked like he just walked off the golf course. Dressed very dapper tonight. I think I have everybody caught up around Southern Illinois as far as the Twitterverse goes.
Looks that way.
Okay.
Plenty of football games to talk about tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 o'clock news right here on AM 940. Online at WMIXsports.com. 9:40 mark of the second quarter. 13-7 Rams in motion to Montez Miller Gray. Looking to break to the near side. He's at the near hash of the 40. Trying to shake to the 35. Broke a tackle. He'll be pulled down by the arm.
He had the right idea. If he'd have turned it up at the numbers, he'd have had a gain. He had a bigger than a 3-yard gain. Boy, he had an opportunity there and just failed to miss it.
9:19 to play in the first half. It's 13-7. Ball on the 36 on the near hash. Told you about that. Cross that off the list. Play clock will wind here at 9:10 mark of the first half.
Trying to behave myself.
You got to pace yourself on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports.
They're watching me tonight.
We're on Facebook as well. You can find the 2014 Hall of Fame class from Mount Vernon Township High School on our Facebook page. Put it there yesterday. Thank the Hall of Fame committee plus Sarah Rennie for the hand delivery of that information, as they did for all of the media kindly. As this is going to be an inside handoff on the dive. Who else but Graham Hinkin inside the 30. Should be first down yardage. He got to about the 27.
Mr. Hinkin's having a nice first half. Another big gain there.
Fairfield Mules continue to get through this stretch of their schedule.
And that's enough for a Mount Vernon Rams first down.
Listen, that guy
sounds like a pro. Our very own Avery Barton handling the public address duties tonight here at JD Shields. I understand he could be here for most of the season. We'll see what happens after the night. Offset eye for the Rams. Quarterback Reeves will be under center. It's going to be a pitch to the near side for the fullback Castor. On his feet at the 25. Bulldozes to the inside the 20. At about the 18 for a gain of 10. We'll see what the spot's
hard running.
Wow, look at that kid.
He's a machine, a beast. He's been in the weight room. The weight room has found him. So nice to see that kids get in that weight room and want to work hard.
Oh, they're only going to give him about 9.
It's all right.
He'll take it. It'll be second and short here for the Rams. We drop below the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. 13-7 your score. The Rams up a TD here. Have scored on both of their drives thus far tonight. Will the third time also be a charm? Reeves will come out to the shed. Nope, he'll be under center. He's just getting some instruction. My apologies. And Dillon on the quarterback keeper goes off tackle. Going to get some extra yardage here as he gets down to about the 15 for a gain of 4. It'll be first and 10 for the Rams inside the red zone with 7:40 to play.
About a 5-yard gain there again.
Not bad.
You start at the 50, and you're already at the 3-minute mark of the drive, 4-minute mark of the drive. I mean, you're knocking off some chunk of time here. And you keep playing. Triad's not stopped Mount Vernon. I mean, absolutely has shown no resistance. And they've adjusted. They've brought guys up now. They're within 7 yards with 11 guys. They're having to bring that extra safety. Mount Vernon's blowing them off the football right now.
Marshall split back to the left, and the Rams are going to burn timeout here. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Proud to sponsor the Rams once again. Dr. Eric Black and staff support the local community and wish the Rams the very best this season, as do we all. 13-7 your score, 7:17 to play in the first half. Rams do have it first and 10 from the Triad 15, up 13-7. As scores are rolling in from all over the area. You can find them on our Twitter page, at WMIX Sports. And they are definitely rolling in. Of course, we're putting some fresh factoids on there for you for now. Trying to do what we can to stay out of the Twitter jail.
It's
that is good content.
Timeouts. I got a rule. I'm gonna go with my thing tonight.
We'll see how it works out. So far, so good.
Yeah. Harrisburg playing a lot of motion tonight. Mentioned about the freshman score that was 82-6 last night. That series might end tonight, though contracts say otherwise.
You never know what may happen.
No.
Contracts. Some things.
Contracts are only pieces of paper. Yep. The other ones don't want to play. Triad needed that timeout as much as Mount Vernon did because they keep going backwards.
See how they respond to this Ram offense. It's been very effective tonight. 7:17 to go in the first half. It's 13-7. Mount Vernon on top. Reeves the quarterback. His backs are going to be Hinkin, Miller Gray, and, of course, Hester. Man in motion is going to be Miller Gray to open up the pitch to the left side for the fullback Hester. He's at the 10, trying to bulldoze his way down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 8. It'll be second and 2. There's the flag.
When he puts his we got a flag. Late hit, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, they moved it back. That's scary. It's going to be on the 7. So it's a 10-yard. If it's a holding, and it is, it's on Mount Vernon. They're going to bring it back, and they're going to lose 2 yards. So Mount Vernon has 2 holding penalties for a total of 3 tonight.
$7:11 to play here in the first half. Have we told you the Rams football is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland? I think we have, but we'll tell you again. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Thankful to have Community First back for yet another season of supporting the Rams here on the radio.
Don't mind me. I'm
not minding you at all.
I'm doing something I wouldn't allow in my classroom.
I feel you. It's okay. First and 11 for the Rams. Only lose a yard on the holding penalty. We drop below the 7-minute mark here. In the corner, as it'll be inside handoff. Graham Hinken as he gets past the 15, down between 13 and 12, so it'll be a gain of roughly 5.
No,
my spot may be better.
You just you know what? Mount Vernon goes down and scores here, and just kind of. Then you have a decent kickoff. You could really run out the half if you don't let Triad march down the field and be up 2 scores. That'd be nice to start with.
They would take it.
That guy's so bright. He's got to wear 3 shades. He's got 3 sunglasses up there.
Nice. 2nd and 8 for the Rams. Double wing back set, of course. It'll be a fullback here with Graham Hinken. Quarterback, Dylan Reeves under center. Split to the right, it's Jacoby Marshall. Split to the left, it's Doug Gardner. Miller Gray's in motion. He's going to take the handoff. Comes to the near side at about the 10. Ooh, to the outside at about the 6 where he'll roll out of bounds, but they're going to give him the spot at
short.
about the, well, they're going to give it to him at about the 5.
Yeah, got the 7. Rams can get another first down without getting a first down. That's always nice to have. Your third drive, you got a possibility if you don't score to have a first down before that.
So it'll be 3rd and short for the Rams. 5:50 to play in the first half. 13-7 is your score. Rams on top if you're just joining us. Here on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broad. Oh, I'm outside the window. Wow, thought it was 33, not 43. It happens. It's not necessary at the bottom anymore. As it'll be another handoff coming to the near side for a man to Montez Miller-Gray. Grabbed by the left leg, but stumbled inside the 5 down to about the 2. It'll be 1st and goal for the Rams.
Got to credit a tackle there by the Triad linebacker, because if he doesn't stop him, Gray, it's a touchdown. One-on-one plays, man.
Grabbed the leg and held on for dear life. Which is what you have to do with D. A hyphen, as we call him, to Montez Miller-Gray. Split to the right and left. A little bit of a goal line set here for the Rams. Lone back, of course, behind the quarterback Reeves will be Graham Hinken. In motion, it'll be Lloyd. Handoff's going to go to Hinken inside, but he stopped at about the half-yard marker. And it'll be pushed back for 2nd and goal.
Hey, and he takers on the quarterback keeper.
Will it be a 3rd time drawn up for the number 9?
This will be the 12th play if Mount Vernon scores.
Doggone. 13-7 your score at the moment. 4:50 to play in the first half. They're going to spread it out just a little bit more this time with Reeves under center and, of course, Graham Hinken behind. Under center here, and I think it's going to be a turnaround handoff to Graham Hinken. So he's in for 6, and it's 19-7 Rams here with 4:36 to play in the first half. We'll see what they do here on the point after it's in, because the Rams rely on Graham Hinken to get his first score of the night.
Wear the horn out, folks.
What about the push-ups? They still doing those?
12 plays, 50 yards. I've got for 7 minutes. And thank you. Good night. Mount Vernon scored again.
Unbelievable. High-powered, high-octane, on-the-ground offense for the Mount Vernon Rams tonight. 3 touchdowns thus far, going for 2 here. The quarterback Reeves under center. Split left and right. In motion, it's going to be Miller-Gray, but he had to go so far out. Can he get in? He's going to try to dive in, still on his feet.
Got it.
Broke 2 tackles and gets in for 2. How about Montez Miller-Gray? It was fumbled in the end zone, recovered by Marshall. Won't matter as the plane was broken. It's 21-7.
Yep. How about that? I'll say it now, week 3. I hope you're recording. I know you are. Get on the bandwagon now. Get on the orange and black bandwagon now.
Say you were here from the get-go.
I know that. I'm telling people now, if you're not here, you're listening, you're watching, or whatever, get on it now. This team is taking Triad to the woodshed up front.
Time you have a good line, that's really, about 90% of the battle?
Oh, that offensive line, you can do some things. 4:36 to go. I mean, when you can spend 7 minutes from the 50 and run down clock like that and run down yardage and do those things, I mean, you can get some things done. Mount Vernon has had 32 offensive plays and scored.
Unreal. 4:36 to go in the first half. 21-7 Rams on top of Triad. Could use a stop here as we dwindle late into the second quarter. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams Athletics here on WMIX. Of course, with 5 locations in Mount Vernon, Dixon, and Woodlawn, Community First Bank proud to be the official voice of the Rams. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Remember, FDIC, a squibber is going to come to the near side.
Watch out.
Uh-oh, bumbled and fumbled. Who's going to get to it first? It'll be out of bounds.
Triad touched it first,
Ooh.
which saved the penalty. I'm glad Triad did, because if not, it would have been their ball at the 35. It doesn't matter. It starts at the 32, but Triad touched it first.
Wow.
Which made it a live ball.
I'm amazed that they did, but they almost had to. The Rams were able to break through up front, and with 4:36 to go, it'll be 1st and 10 from the Triad 32 for the Knights. They trail 21-7 here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Unbelievable. Have you seen the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee? It's at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or see it online with pictures and imagery at kingcitychrysler.com. All new and redesigned this year in the 2014 model year.
Somebody's cheating me tonight on scores. I'm going to have to get on to him.
Ruh-roh. As the quarterback, Barber will be under center. He will have split left and right, a couple of split ends there, and it's going to be a handoff now. And this could be trouble. Breaking to the outside. There is number 23, Adam Nelson. He's past midfield, well past it now to 25-20. He is going to break for the house, and that is going to be a 68-yard touchdown run for Adam Nelson.
Yep.
The sophomore.
First carry of the game. He goes 68 yards to the house. That was huge. And where you had Triad down, feeling lonely, it took him 13 seconds to score.
So they will come on for the point after attempt. It's now 21-13, 68 yards on the run for Adam Nelson, the sophomore. 5'7", 160. So they have their own tart and tiny sophomore running back. On for the point after attempt is they are going to kick. Kick is up, looks good, split the uprights even, and it's going to be 21-14, so there you go. Touchdown separates these two teams yet again with 4:23 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Triad is down a touchdown, and they've only run. Got to look. It's hard to add that up when they go so fast. Got to check some things here.
Unfortunately, on that play, the Rams bit on the first handoff, and second handoff wasn't a fake, and it went to Nelson for 68 yards. Yikes.
14 plays, Triads run, and they're within a touchdown. Shucky darns. Oh, no wonder what was wrong. I swapped places. There we go. Well, here's the deal. You got to keep the ball away from Triad, at least right now, and go from there as our friends to the southwest, SVWW, in the lead now on Chester, 15 unanswered points.
Interesting.
Marion down 12-7.
Very interesting. A lot of interesting scores floating around the Twitterverse right now. You can follow us at WMIX Sports. Find us on Facebook as well, or just venture onto our website at WMIXsports.com.
Yeah, I'm trying to behave tonight, as in not too many tweets.
Sims kicking off for the Knights. Back to return, Fitz and Miller-Gray. This one's going to be picked up, I believe, by Waith. And got to about the 35-yard line where the Rams will have it 1st and 10. That was Derek Waith. 5'10", 145-pound junior on the return.
Well, good field position. Your own 35. Got to see what you can do.
Uh-oh.
What?
El Dorado gives up their first score.
Yeah, but they're up by 110 already, so it's really not a problem. Benton down 8-7. They come back to score. I was told 8-7, but then I got told 8-0.
21-14 Rams here with about 4 to play in the first half. The handoff looked to be to Hintgen, but it's sniffed out at about the 35, so it should be a no-gainer. And it should be 2nd and 10.
Not much there. Little adjustment there.
Clock will drop below the 4-minute mark here. Second quarter action, first half from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Rams from their own 35-yard line. 3:52 to go now. Of course, it's all been Brought to you courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics here on WMIX Sports.
Pinckneyville 8-zip over Benton at half.
Interesting.
Yep.
Under center's Reeves, and he's going to keep it himself as he rolls off tackle, coming to the near side, still on his feet about the 40, gets to about the 45. Almost first down yardage. We'll see what the spot's going to be.
Interesting decision here. What kind of spot did they get? Third down.
Not a very good one.
Yeah. We're on the road. That's what everybody says. We must be on the road.
3:15 to play in the first half. It'll be 3rd and short for the Rams. Split to the left, it's Gardner. On the right, Jacoby Marshall making his first start of the season tonight. Train behind us. What else is new?
I'll go to Fairfield, too.
Yes, it will. Reeves, the quarterback under center in motion. It's going to be Lloyd. It's going to be a handoff. Ooh, and a good one to Graham Hinkins. Still on his feet at midfield, trying to break to the near side, past the hash. Gets to about the 46 for a gain of
10.
Not bad.
That's one of those deals where Triad sold out up the middle. And once Hinkin got past the first part of the run, it was him to keep going. There wasn't anybody there to try to knock him down. That was the difference there in that case.
So the chains will move and the clock will temporarily stop. 2:50 to play in the first half. 21-14, Mount Vernon on top of Triad. Looking for another score. Can the offense keep it up?
Mount Vernon 2 timeouts as we get closer to half.
Lloyd in motion. Handoff's going to go to Henkin. Forward progress took him for a gain, but it'll probably be spotted for a no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 here with 2:29 to go.
A lot of games getting done quick. First half over at DuQuoin and Benton in under an hour.
We'll see what happens here with 2:15 to play in the first half. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. The ball will be on the Triad 46 on the near hash. Gardner left. Right, it'll be Marshall. Wingbacks, of course, are Lloyd, DeMontez, Miller-Gray. Fullback is Graham Hinkin. Quarterback Reeves under center. In motion will be Miller-Gray coming to the near side. Ooh, went deep. Going to have to cut back. Finds a nice seam there at the 40. Creates his own offense. Out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. And that'll be a 9-yard gain somehow for the
They run him jet sweep to the short side. Runs out of room. Looks, I'll cut back up the field. They forgot about that seam. Reverse gets 8. He's like a hiccup. He's like trying to catch a hiccup.
Special caliber of player. Unreal. 3rd and 1 for the Rams.
It's hard to do, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So I'd let you know.
1:48 to play in the first half. The ball spotted on the near hash at the Triad 37. Reeves looking for the quick pass. Finds it to Doug Gardner at the 35. Down to about the 31 for a gain of 6. Will be 1st and 10 for the Rams. I think they caught Triad off guard there. I know they caught me off guard.
Yep. About 7 yards.
So all
pass.
I believe all completions still to Doug Gardner.
Yep.
Who's split to the left this time with Marshall on the right. Reeves the quarterback under center. Same backs in this Ram offense with 1:27 to go. Handoff is going to go to C.J. Lloyd. He'll be stuffed at about the 31.
Got 3, though. Still making their way. C.J. Lloyd in his 8th year now playing for the Rams.
Feels that way, doesn't it?
Golly.
A minute 10 to play in the half.
Not complaining, just saying stuff.
Tony
Aaron over DuQuoin 10-zip at the half. Indians looking to go 0-3.
Oh, wow.
I need my charge of my phone.
Tony Wilt, of course, brings you our scoreboard updates. Handoff inside. It'll be Graham Hinkin as he gets to about the 25. That'd be a gain of about 5 to bring up 3rd and 4 as the clock is about the 50-second mark.
Yep. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. 2 timeouts.
Split to the left, it'll be Gardner. Split to the right, it'll be Jacoby Marshall. Double wing back set with the... Ooh, they're looking to pass to the left side. It's going to be a fade route, and it's going to be well overthrown. Intended for Doug Gardner with 32.8 seconds left, and that'll bring up 4th down. Yikes. You haven't seen that out of Dylan Reeves often this season.
Nope, haven't seen that, but that was overthrow, 1 of 2 on the night. Of course, both teams, you throw a pass, you get about $25 a pop on that. You won't make any money tonight at the passing game because neither team throws the ball very much. Venom coming in. Venom.
Yes, it is. You're being injected
Can't blame
from
him.
other areas.
Can't blame him.
No.
But there's some venom there.
As will be Hester in the backfield now for the Rams. It'll be Reeves on the pitch to the near side. They're going to knock down a few guys to get Hester the football. Breaks for it about the 15-10. Tripped up out of bounds inside the 10-yard line at about the 8. Oh, my. So that's going to be a 17-yard gain and a first down for the Rams with 27 seconds left. Up 21-14 in the first half.
Triad thought they had him. They quit pursuing on the backside. And number 22, Drew Hester. You're going to get to know his name a lot over the next 3 years.
I will have to go back and watch the replay because there was one heck of a block thrown at about the 16-yard line. Dude was absolutely pinned. What a great job by the Rams offensive line. Quarterback Reeves under center. It's going to be pitched to the near side again for Mr. Hester. Gets to about the 5-yard line, inside the 5, to about the 4. Gets about halfway there, and I would assume the Rams are going to call a timeout.
Yep. It's all right.
How about Drew Hester? As this timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon, 2339 Broadway. Dr. Eric Black and his staff, of course, have always supported the local community, now in their second generation, but also Rams as well. Rams and Lady Rams Athletics. 21-14 your score. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as the Rams are on top of Triad with 22.4 seconds left to go in this first half. It'll be second and goal from about the 4, and Drew Hester has made a lot out of nothing at times here, as has DeMontez Miller-Gray.
Our friends to the north at the half, Centralia leads Effingham 13-0. I'm afraid you and I will have to find another place to go for a Friday night playoff game once again.
I'm hoping some dominoes may fall right this season for some teams, and maybe that would end up that way.
Well, yeah.
Trying to negotiate.
A lot of things to negotiate right now.
Well, we have those friends right there that might be ending the chances for our friends to be on Friday night, like the Friday night.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense, yes. That might be a possibility.
So 22.4 seconds left to go here in the half. The Rams will come out of the timeout to the huddle. 21-14 your score. Mount Vernon leads Triad. Here in their home opener from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. It's all been appearing courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland. We'll tell you more about them throughout the night. See if the Rams can punch it in. They're going to keep it, continue. They're going to load up on the left. Hester, of course, you're back. It's going to be a pitch to the left side. Can they get it in? Can they squeeze some room for Drew Hester? They do! Goes up the left side for pay dirt. A 4-yard touchdown run for Drew Hester. I don't see any flags, and it is 27-14.
Yep. Power run.
How about Drew Hester?
Yeah. You'll hear his name a lot. About a 4-minute drive. And that took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plays.
Oh. Now 10 will now be the median instead of the
65 yards.
So Reeves will attempt the point after, and his fantasy points just continue to rack up here tonight. As long as he gets it, and this is going to be booted. Doesn't have the distance. It brought rain, and it crossed over the crossbar. It'll be 28-14.
Wow.
Nice. So with 18.1 seconds to go in the first half, it's 28-14. Mount Vernon on top of Triad, but will 18 seconds be enough for the Knights? How about that Ram offense?
Well, good as it gets right now. Well, they've scored 4 times, 10, 10, 12, and 11 play drives.
Unbelievable. They're happy right now on the Rams sideline, but the defense has allowed a couple of Triad scores after shutting them down on their first drive. 18.1 seconds left to go in the first half. Thank you for joining us on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Top of the 8 o'clock hour here in the King City and in the Central Time Zone. As back to return, it'll be Wiedemann for the Knights. He stands at about the 20, but will it get to that point? That'll be the question. Some hands will be put up front. Of course, a reminder, we'll put our video archives up on WMIXsports.com after the season. It's going to be audio only until then.
Yep.
Once the Rams are done, we'll put them up.
We'll explain later.
As this will be on the ground. Oops, going to be off of a couple of hands. Can the Rams get to it? Let's see what happens here at about the 45 where it's picked up by somebody. They'll have to peel off the pile, and we'll see who ends up with the football. Looks like it's going to be Triad. Barely. Just barely, as I believe Ray Popkus ended up with it.
When you can have options, Henkin, Lloyd, Reeves, Fitzgerald, Gray, you go through the names, Hester, you got options. You have to use them all. You can throw some out. In the second half, you're going to see different guys because the running backs never get tired, and the defense will because you're throwing so many different guys at them.
So many different guys indeed. 28-14 your score. 14.3 seconds left to go. First half action from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. It'll be Triad football, 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. The quarterback, Barber, back under center. Wiedemann, one of the backs. The fullback, man in motion, is going to be number 18, Sam Lawson. They're looking to pass to the left side. Ooh, this will be well underneath, but some incidental contact, I guess.
Nope, overthrown. Remember in high school?
Oh, that's true.
No, it's not. Take that back. That's pro.
Yeah.
Incidental contact, nobody called it. Could have been either way. Got to get my rules straight. High school tonight, college tomorrow, pros on Sunday.
A lot of football to be had. I'm back into the college game. Michigan, Notre Dame, well. Oh, yeah, you're on the good side of that last week.
Bring it up. I'll talk about Michigan, Notre Dame.
That's a good game. I enjoyed it.
They run out of Patsies to play. They dropped us after next year, so.
9.2 ticks left to go in the half. Quarterback under center. This time they're going to do the same play to number 23, Adam Nelson. With about 4 seconds left, he's still on his feet past midfield to about the 30-yard line. And the clock will temporarily stop with 0.6 of a second left.
About a 35-yard run that time?
That is 35 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for Triad.
Yeah, good for you. It is. 0.6 of a second, you're going to get one play before we go to half.
The Knights did get the timeout in. Bang-up job on the clock tonight, of course. 2 Hall of Famers now up in the booth. Ron Marlowe and, of course, Randy Odell will go into the Hall of Fame as part of the 2014 class this year. You can read about that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. This timeout, meanwhile, presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. We'll learn that, of course, Dr. Eric Black will give him his due, and his staff have done a fine job supporting local sports in addition to the community here in Mount Vernon. But Tim Holloway will be going in as an individual athlete in his time at Mount Vernon High School, and joked with him about possibly going in as a coach before it's all said and done. He'll be in with a team more than likely, as the 2013 Mount Vernon Rams baseball team will eventually have to get their due.
Rams have 122 rushing yards in the second quarter.
Unbelievable. So, Nelson will be in the game. He'll be a wingback here. Barber, the quarterback under center, with 0.6 of a second. That'll be 1st and 10 in Triad territory, and they're going to try to float one into the end zone, I have to think, unless the Rams have something to say about it, and they do. Trevor Schubert comes up with a big sack, and that will end the first half. The Mount Vernon Rams 28, the Triad Knights 14. We'll come back to your Second Chance Auto halftime show. This is Rams football, powered by Community First Bank.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at TonyWilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Have you been by Second Chance Auto lately? The selection is amazing. Their lot is full of great-looking, dependable cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. Family owned for the past 33 years, Second Chance Auto is the cure for summer new car fever. No one has a better selection of nice vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, no processing fees, and absolutely no gimmicks. Just honest deals at low prices. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And we welcome you back here at the half from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. 28-14 is your halftime score as the Mount Vernon Rams lead the Triad Knights. Of course, get the car you want at Second Chance Auto. Second Chance has the largest selection of used vehicles priced under $10,000. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals and bank rate financing for all. Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon, continued proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Rams. And, of course, the Rams on top here tonight, four drives, 4 scores, and they lead Triad 28-14. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We have the Rams report with Tyler Barker to come. We'll have the now famous MVTHS minute to come a little bit later on in our halftime show as well. But first, we need to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll check in with Tyler Barker back at the studio. This is the Second Chance Auto halftime show. The Mount Vernon Rams on top here, 28-14 at the half. Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois.
More Americans are on a move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, schools, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
Watch the Rams online at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Red Lake College.
Welcome back to the Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. With the Rams Report, I'm Tyler Barker for WMIX Sports. Rams soccer beat T-Town 4-3 Saturday and used hat-tricks from Mac Jones on Tuesday and Thursday, beating Effingham 4-0 and Mount Carmel 5-1. Soccer's back in action on Monday at Anna Jonesboro. The Running Rams finished third last Saturday in the prestigious Granite City Invitational. The Lady Rams finished 19th after extreme heat canceled the Edwardsville run at SIU-E. Both teams will now run Tuesday at SIU-C. Lady Rams tennis remains undefeated after a 5-4 win over Flora on Wednesday. Now the Lady Rams head to the O'Fallon Quad tomorrow. Salem narrowly defeated Lady Rams Golf on Monday 193-199. Rams Golf lost to Marion and Mount Carmel on Tuesday in a triangular, and then had a tough two-stroke loss to Centralia yesterday. The Golfers return to the links tomorrow in the Carbondale tournament. Lady Rams volleyball fell Tuesday to Centralia 25-21, 11-25, 25-21, but beat Woodlawn last night 25-27, 25-18, 25-22. The freshmen head to Carbondale tomorrow, rejoining the JV and the varsity at Althoff on Monday. That's your Rams Report for this week, and this is Rams Football powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Back here at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Hope you enjoyed the Rams Report this week as we checked in with all things Mount Vernon Athletics. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside here at the break. The Mount Vernon Rams lead Triad 28-14. And very successful, as we'll find out offensively when we take a look at those stats here, of course, on your Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. Second Chance has your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Proud supporters for yet another season of Ram Sports here on the radio. Let's take a look at the numbers.
The numbers are stacked Mount Vernon way, 28-14 here at the half. The Rams, 15 first downs to 7 for Triad. Clean first half. There wasn't a turnover to be found in the first half by either team. Not a lot of penalties. Mount Vernon's got 3 for 8 yards. Triad has 1 for 5. Rushing department, it is Mount Vernon with 234 yards compared to 129 for Triad. Mount Vernon has 7 passing yards. Triad has 0, which gives you 241 total yards for the Rams to 129 for Triad for the halftime score of Mount Vernon 28. Triad 14.
Speaking of halftime scores, we'll have some halftime scores after our MVTHS minute. I'm proud of the one this week. Some very interesting material Tyler Barker has for us here on the Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. It's Mount Vernon 28, Triad 14 at the half. We'll take a break, come back to your MVTHS minute, learning about the finest in arts and academics at Mount Vernon Township High School. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXsports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need to score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right. It's all at WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting, WMIXsports.com. At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here's a look at your MVTHS Minute. I'm Tyler Barker on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Senior Megan McKinley authored a fictional novel last June entitled Cross My Heart and Hope to Die. The novel takes its setting in a world where demons roam free and people fear for their lives. A delicate balance is maintained by the government agency known as the Department of Demonic Activities. Only their trained agents stand between demons and humans. This gripping fictional saga is available in paperback form on Amazon.com for just $9.89. And even better, it's Prime eligible. To date, McKinley has received $40,000 in college scholarships. That's Cross My Heart and Hope to Die by senior Megan McKinley, available on Amazon.com. That's this week's MVTHS Minute, where WMIX Sports explores the best in arts and academics at Mount Vernon High School. Stay tuned for next week's installment. We'll take a quick break on your Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next Triad weather. After a beautiful evening, it's going to be clear and chilly overnight, a low 44 to 48. Tomorrow, bright sunshine and pleasant, high 75. Tomorrow night, clear and chilly, again 44 to 48. Look for Sunday, plenty of sunshine. A nice afternoon, a high 78. And then on Monday, time for clouds and sunshine, high temperature again 78. Next Triad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Powered by Community First Bank, indeed. This is your Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. Second Chance has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals and bank rate financing for all. That's Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Unbelievable how long they have been supporting Rams Athletics. Been doing it for quite some time out there at Second Chance Auto. Appreciate them for being back for another year here for Rams Athletics on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Here at the half from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, the Mount Vernon Rams 28, the Triad Knights 14. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Here in just a moment, we'll get you a comprehensive look at area scores brought to you by Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. Of course, Tony, you can find him at the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. You can also give him a call. Look for him online at TonyWilt.com, or do what I do and try to find that white State Farm Jeep around town.
Games involving Ram opponents. We have nothing from Altoff and Mascoutah as of yet. Still tracking that down. Carbondale over Waterloo sometime close to half, if not at the half, 27-10. It is Centralia over Effingham at the half, 13-0. Harrisburg leads Marion at the half in a minor upset, 12-7. And Mount Carmel at the end of one leads Princeton, Indiana, 14-6. At the half, Pinckneyville over Benton, 8-0. Heron over DuQuoin, 10-0. AJ over Massac, 14-6. Murfreesboro over Sparta, 14-0. Those are all at the half. At SVWW, it's the Red Devils leading Chester 15-7. That's at the half. El Dorado over CZR 28-6 late second. Fairfield over Alvarado Trico 51-8 at the half. And Carmi leads Johnston City now in the third quarter 38-0 in Black Diamond play.
It is 14-10. Mascoutah on top of Altoff in the second quarter. They're at Lindenwood University Stadium.
35-6 El Dorado over CZR at the half. What was that score again?
Mascoutah leads Altoff 14-10 in the second quarter.
Really?
Yes, sir. Looking at it right now. Unbelievable. Of course, that scoreboard up.
14-10?
14-10. Hard to believe, ain't it?
Wow.
Yeah, 14-10. Mascoutah on top of Altoff at the moment. So there you go. You can watch us online at WMIXsports.com. We're always here on your radio on AM 940. Of course, we'll be introducing a new feature to our radio side here before you know it. That'll be in the coming weeks. We can't wait to roll that out for you here, as we're always trying to do our best to improve local sports here at WMIX and, of course, WMIXsports.com. We're on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. You kind of notice a trend here. It's also where you'll find us on Facebook, oddly enough. And if you throw a .com in front of it, or behind it, I should say, it's WMIXsports.com. Anyhow, Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow brings you those camera angles on the aforementioned WMIXsports.com. And our man Avery Barton handling the public address tonight. It's a full WMIX Sports press box, I guess you could say, in the mobile studios here on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. But the Rams lead at 28-14, and looking back, they get the stop on Triad, who got the football with 18 seconds left. Broke off a large run, had about 0.6 of a second on the clock with a timeout. How big was that stop for the Rams now that Triad will have the football to start the half?
You look at Triad's stats, and I mean, you're thinking, oh my gosh, they've got 102, or I should say 129 yards. But of those, 103 of those 129 come on 2 plays. It's not been Triad knocking on the door on Mount Vernon. It's been the fact that Mount Vernon's done a good job. Triad's had a couple of big plays, and that's been about it.
They're now at the half at Althoff. Mascoutah, of course, up 14-10 at the break, and that's kind of a score that surprised me a little bit from all that I've heard about Althoff.
Yeah.
Interesting. Of course, matchups. Depends on matchups.
Matchup. Oh, you helping anybody out by watching it on there?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, as far as recording?
It's don't have to worry about that. It's still up there.
Okay, that's true.
They archived.
Oh, they haven't learned that trick yet.
No, they haven't learned it.
Or it's okay to show it, but don't show it till it's over.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something that we learned after last year.
Yes.
We really weren't helping Rams football by archiving the video right after the game was over and keeping it up there forever. So
Highland keeps roaring along, 28-0. That's a 5A team to get your eyes on. They lead Mattoon 28-zip.
Interesting.
Mattoon's got a flag football defense. They keep giving up points left and right. 33, 50-something, and now at the half, 28. Whew.
It's an interesting look at the new field.
We'll get to see it up close and personal next week.
Yeah.
It looks like the side towards the school's been changed a little bit. And it looks like they probably got a pretty good little press box. Blake Strickland.
The press box wasn't bad.
No, I like the press box.
When if you had electricity.
Press box is pretty neat. What is that
nifty.
shaking?
I don't know. Restless leg syndrome somewhere.
Oh, my gosh.
28-14, the score here at the half. The Mount Vernon Rams on top of the Triad Knights. Of course, Rams on the road next week at Althoff at the aforementioned Lindenwood University Stadium. Of course, Lindenwood Belleville. Had quite a few Rams and multiple sports end up at the new Lindenwood University. Oh, looky there.
What?
Former Mount Vernon Ram quarterback in attendance, Dr. Estes. Looking on, taking this one in.
On the far end there.
Waldville Spartans basketball coaches here.
Yeah.
A couple of Rams basketball coaches. I saw Tom Portner roaming around earlier.
Somebody's complaining about the press box at Althoff. I didn't have any problems with it, so that person's outvoted.
I loved it.
I enjoyed it.
We'll see what the Rams can do in the second half. And I think the key was they were able to score but eat time off the clock. And I think another key is going to have to be something defensively to not allow that big run from number 23, Adam Nelson.
That's the king. 2 big plays. That's the only thing that's kept Triad in this ball game. And until they stop, I mean, they haven't got anything going except for the 2 big runs. One of them was a touchdown, then the drive. Nashville at the half leads West Frankfort 34-15.
Interesting.
Way to go, Hornets.
That's big for the Hornets. Of course, this used to be the home for Hornets Sports, AM 940 WMIX. About 20 minutes past the 8 o'clock hour as we're looking to get into the second half of football here. It will be Triad football to start here in this second half. As we're about to begin the third quarter. Now it's official as it ends up on the scoreboard at WMIXsports.com. It's been quick tonight. You can find an out-of-town scoreboard on our Twitter at WMIX Sports. We encourage you to give us a follow. It's your way to stay in the game when the games aren't going on. It's on the Twitterverse, or even stay in the game when the games are going on.
That's a halftime score, 27-10, as Carbondale looks to go in 3-0. And, of course, the usual Centralia game next week on the schedule as week conference play will begin in the South 7 next week as Carbondale will head to Centralia.
Marion should be going to Cahokia.
Marion's going to Cahokia. Might be a week where the road teams might be favorites.
Could very well. Reeves on the kick. It'll go out of bounds at about the 19, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Knights.
First penalty. I don't know. 4th one. Hey, watch out. Lane Kiffin's in the house.
Uh-oh. Look out.
You got to watch him.
So 1st and 10 for Triad. Here as we get a fresh 12 on the clock to start the third quarter. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Of course, Community First Bank been with us all year. Been with us for multiple years now.
Wow.
Second is our official voice, and we appreciate them.
Triad's going to bump them back 5 yards and make it kick it again just so they can take the field position. See the kicker, see the leg, figure some math, do the math, as we say at the golf course. You got to do the math, and then, of course, go again. So Mount Vernon will kick now from the 36, or the 35, should be. He just dropped the ball. Okay.
Oh, that's
He forgot the signal. I'm like, wait a minute, that's new. I didn't know that came into the rule book.
Oh, he had to drop kick it at that point when he just left it there.
Thought we were going to count people and make sure they lined up correctly.
See where this one ends up. Back to return, of course, Bryce Wiedemann. Senior for the Triad Knights. And here comes more of a straight-on effort here, and this is going to be towards a corner. And guess what? It's going to be out of bounds, same spot.
Moving back 5 more if I'm Triad. Wiedemann. That brings back memories.
Yes, it does.
They don't make that. I don't know. 5 more. Back it up 5. Play it again. We still haven't officially started third quarter.
Nope. We'll get there eventually, though. Of course, if you're tired of hijinks, or maybe you're just tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home, and Nick Sina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC,
That's
Community First Bank.
34-10 before the half. Carbondale's racked up more points.
It's a scary Carbondale
They can
team.
score. So that'll be a contrast to Mount Vernon running the ball, trying to keep the ball at Carbondale's hands come week 6. We already know how that game's going to go. You don't even have to look for the keys of the game.
Next caller. 28-14 Rams on top here as we start the second half, maybe. Kickoff this time will come for the 30. Going to try for a little trickery. Nope, picked up about the 45 for the Knights. Breaking a couple tackles, but ran sideways, ran east-west, or in this case, yes, east-west instead of north-south. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights at about the Triad 46.
When you can't kick the ball deep, you have to squib it. If you can't recover the ball and Triad gets it, now you got the short field. That's the disadvantage of things at this point for the Rams. Now you give them a relatively short field here.
It is 28-14, Mount Vernon on top, 11:52 to play in the third quarter. Triad has a first down, of course. After finally getting a kickoff return, it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 46 on the near hash. They'll be split left and right. Double wing back set in motion. They'll have a back. It's going to be the quarterback keeper for Barber, trying to put the head down about midfield. A gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Stayed home. Didn't fall for the fake. Good job defensively by the Rams.
A very good job.
Now the adjustments. We get to see what adjustments there have been.
It'll be Cody Wigginton split to the right, split to the left this time. It'll be Alex Crean. Mike Averill will be the left wing back. Tailback, of course, will be the fullback, Bryce Wiedemann. And this time it's going to be the quarterback keeper. Tyler Knudsen wasn't buying. Gets him for a loss of yardage at about the Triad 49. And it'll be 3rd down and about 7.
Yeah, that was a botched play. Barber pulled out, was expected to run a midline option with the running back. Problem is, running back took off from him, even left him just in the midline with no option. Loss of yards on that one.
Not a bad defensive effort there with 11:01 to play in the third. 3rd and about 7. The ball on the Triad 49. It's going to be a handoff to Averill. There's some hands on the jerseys. Can they bring him down? He passes midfield into the Mount Vernon 48-yard line. It'll be 4th down for Triad. 4th down and about 4.
The glory spot.
Nice.
Showing a youngster what to do.
Vin Scully, as we're watching on Twitter.
Got a Triad player down at the Mount Vernon 45.
Trainers will take a look. Excuse me, the athletic trainers will take a look. Preferred nomenclature.
It's amazing what a difference a year makes. A year ago at this time, we were home. I was at a football game, Benton at Pinckneyville. After driving the Triad, green skies, severe storms, games canceled, postponed to the next day. Drive to Pinckneyville, watch a football game, come home, go do a football game the next day. Tonight, what's the temperature? Let me look.
Funny.
57 degrees.
Funny you mention that. We had just gotten back from Troy. The skies are green. got ahead of a cell that had a wall cloud in it, produced a tornado warning at that time in Washington County. And EAS goes off right about the time of recording the promo that says the game had been postponed for Saturday. Well, after some choice phrases, I go in to do some severe weather coverage, and next thing I know, it's 11 o'clock.
Next thing I know, I get home, I get a call, hey, the game's not started at Pinckneyville. Come on over. I watched the game there, did another one the next day, so I got a doubleheader in.
Yeah.
Then those were my golfing buddies, that doubleheader.
We went back, and Triad picked up where they would have left off that night had we gotten underway. Medved was pretty well the star of the game and a 37-7 Triad win. But I remember on the way back, we were on Route 4, gotten off 40, back onto Route 4, and I was like, fellas, that's a wall cloud.
Yes, it is. I remember trailing. We was taking pictures. We were going down. I was taking pictures.
Yes,
I was in the back seat. Chris was driving.
Let's
get that straight.
Mobile Studios.
Yeah, and I was taking pictures with a cell phone going, hey, we're getting chased. So they're still tending the Triad player.
Thankfully, I recall, it just rained a lot. No serious damage anywhere. There may have been some as it went into Edwards, Wabash, and that area as it crossed over the Wabash into Indiana.
So Carmine's winning big over Johnson City. Indians taking a hit as they got the Triad player up. He's got a twisted ankle or bum knee. Fairfield up big. They're 3-0. El Dorado up big. They're 3-0. So SVWW trying to hold on against Chester at home. And Mount Carmel now leads Princeton, Indiana to half 21-20.
That was when we were from one corner of the state to the other last week this year. Went from Madison County by day to Gallatin County at night.
What
are you popcorn days last year this weekend.
Yeah, that was this weekend. It is again this weekend.
Crazy.
Yes.
Anyhow.
Yeah, I was
WMIX Sports travels the highways and byways.
Yeah, we did. We ended up down south, down yonder at the Shawneetown Bridge.
Yep, we did. 10:40 to play in the third quarter. For just joining us, an injury timeout on the field for Triad. 28-14, the Rams on top here. 4th and 3 for Triad. The ball is going to be just inside the near hash at about the 47-yard line. Let's see what Triad does here. I'd have to assume that with the capability to break off the occasional big run, that they may try for it here.
Well, you're down 2 scores, and you're not going to get points very easily. You're in Mount Vernon territory. I don't see why they wouldn't go for it here. I mean, you can get 4 yards. Mount Vernon adjustments up front. See what happens.
See what they do as they split Crean off to the left, Wigington off to the right. Trio of backs in this double wingback set with the quarterback Barber under center. The Rams are ready to go defensively. We'll see what happens on 4th and 3. And this is going to be the quarterback Barber. They buy the fake, and he takes the option read left of the near hash. There's going to be a flag on the play inside the 40 to about the 37.
You had a leaning running back for Triad first off. Should have been called motion. And then they get the first down on the quarterback keeper. And then they had probably what will be a face mask penalty at the end, which will be on Mount Vernon, which will probably tack on at least 5 or 15.
So we'll see what happens here. 28-14 your score. It'll be first down plus here on the 10-yard run by the quarterback Barber. We'll see what they're going to tack on. It'll be 5, so it'll be down to about the 30. Unbelievable. Bottom of the hour on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Barber, the quarterback, under center. 10:33 to play in the quarter. It's going to be a nasty handoff. There's a fumble. But looks like Triad falls on top at about the 30. It'll be no gain, 2nd and 10 with 10:25 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah. Murphy's going to get a win tonight. Heron's going to get a win. Boy, DuQuoin's going to go to 0-3. Oh, my.
On a great night. Great football weather here in the King City. The Rams on top of Triad 28-14. Triad threatening the ball on the Mount Vernon 30, 2nd and 10. It's on the near hash. In motion. Option again. This time a pitch, and that's going to be a fumble out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Another 0 gain.
Wow. Tried to shovel it out.
Yeah. Defense got to him too quick, and he took too long to shuffle the ball. That was the problem. And
good pressure from Tyler Knudsen.
And when you take too long, you're getting pressure. You got to make a decision quicker than that. I should say not quickly than that. Quicker than that. Can't leave your running back out there hanging to get their head taken off. They don't like that very much.
3rd and 10 for the Knights from their Mount Vernon 31. This time it's going to be pitched to the left for Averill, and there is a team tackle. That looked to be Xavier Tyus, and I thought Robert Grider in on that, and that'll bring up 4th and long, as that's going to be about a 2-3 yard loss.
Inspired defense that time. Mount Vernon sent some run blockers and blitzed the linebackers up for a run blitz. and ended up getting the loss down. And if you went for it at the Mount Vernon 47, you're going to go for it at the Mount Vernon 38.
You would think. And they are. 4th and 13 from the Ram 34. The ball inside the far hash. Quarterback, Jason Barber, will be under center. Man in motion, and it's going to be right up the middle. It's going to be a break for a touchdown. 10-5, near hash, score. And that will be number 42 on the run, Bryce Wiedemann, for 34 yards in the score. It's 28-20.
Well, man, after all those big plays, and then they do that, and they get a touchdown drive of 8 plays, 53 yards. First touchdown of the half.
34 yards on the score that time for Bryce Wiedemann.
And it took all of 3 minutes.
9:09 left to go in the third quarter. 28-20 on for the point after. Podorf. And here comes the kick. Almost blocked. Good effort by the Rams. Looks like it's going to sneak just inside the right upright. 28-21.
Man, we got a game.
So it's back to a one-score game. As Triad took 2:51 off of the clock to score that 7 points. See if the Rams can kill some clock here and maybe keep their perfect scoring drive streak going. Rams football is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 5 Jefferson County branches. They're the market leader. Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Again, welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. We're on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Facebook as well. Here tonight, though, in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler.
That's 3 plays over 30 yards on each one for Triad tonight. Golly, you can't do that. You can't give. You're working way too hard to get these drives, and you're taking 5, 6, 7 minutes to score, and Triad comes down and takes 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You know, you got to make some stops sometime.
About as quick as an express lane. Fast oil changes and more oil change. No appointment necessary at King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 9:09 to go in the third quarter. On for the kickoff. It'll be Adam Sims back to return. Miller Gray and Fitz. This will tail off to the far side and over in at about the 6. Miller Gray from the far side looking to break between the hashes and the near. He's running sideways at about the 10. Nice move at about the 20 and out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a return, I should say, of 17.
Ran out of real estate. Ran out of guys with the same colored shirts. He looked around and he said, man, there's about 6 guys with red, white, and black on coming after me, and I don't see anybody dressed in black and orange. I'm in trouble. I'll just run out of bounds. Smart play, not take a big hit.
Very smart play for DeMontez Miller Gray. 9:01 mark of the third quarter. It's 28-21. Mount Vernon on top. Can they add another score here on a Triad team that was stopped on their first drive, but on subsequent drives have been able to score at will. Quarterback Reeves under center. Split to the left. It'll be Gardner. On the right, it'll be Marshall. In motion, Lloyd. Inside handoff's going to come to Graham Hinkin. They sniff it out at about the 25. It'll be a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Be interesting to see what the Rams do here, play calling wise, with a touchdown lead. Triad, a little giddier sideline over there. Got a little momentum after a touchdown out of the gate, start the half. How will Mount Vernon come out on this drive as far as play calling?
8:35 as the clock rolls here in the third quarter. Rams up a touchdown, 28-21. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Going to keep it himself. Good move on the spin. Gets to the 30s, trailing that near hash at about the 33. It'd be a gain of about 8. We'll see where the spot takes him. Looks like from here it could move the chains, but it'll depend on the spot.
Close. They're going to look. Then they're going to plummet as a first down.
There you go. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Good run by the quarterback on the keeper, Dylan Reeves. Junior quarterback for Jared Shaner. Moving the change yet again. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Ball in the near hash with about 8:20 to play here in this third quarter. They're going to split Jacoby Marshall off to the right. This is going to be a handoff on a sweep to C.J. Lloyd. Coming up the near side, manages to get a couple of yards. Wow. That play was almost nothing, but it was able to dive forward to about the 37, maybe a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
Okay.
Interesting.
8-7. Pinckneyville over Benton at the end of 3, but the Rangers are driving.
There we go. Now the clock will roll here. Waiting for the white.
Well, they had to wait for Triad to get a chin strap hooked up. Defensive end getting the chin strap locked in.
Here we go. The quarterback, Reeves, is under center. Same set, Miller Gray in motion. Reeves is going to hand off to somebody for a first down. It looked like Hempkin on an inside handoff. So a gain of about 8.
I think the Triad bus drivers are listening over there because one bus has got a light flash and the other one doesn't. So I'm going to give a shout out to Triad bus drivers over there. I bet they're listening.
Hope so.
Who's ever listening out there in the parking lot or wherever, flash your car lights. See how many people flash.
Of course, this could be painful.
Well,
There's some.
We'll see.
There we go.
There we go. Flash your car lights. We like seeing that.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
As I miss the plays, I get to midfield here on the near side for a gain of 3.
Reeves.
I get distracted
Dylan.
easily. Dylan
Now we
Reeves.
got a little extracurricular. That should have been a flag on Triad. It's nice to hear people are listening to us. Thank you for doing that.
Or watching us at WMIXsports.com. So it'll be second and should be about 7. Ball is on the Ram 49-yard line. 6:36 to play in the third quarter. 28-21 your score. The Rams are up a touchdown. Tightening things up there on the line. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Man in motion, Miller Gray. Reeves is going to roll to the right side, looking to pass. Gardner not open. Going to try to dump it off. It's going to be complete to Jacoby Marshall. He'll be brought down shy of the 40 at about the 38. 42, I mean. Wow, something out of nothing, and there is Jacoby Marshall out of nowhere for the completion.
Run around, throw it up. Here it is, catch. That's what it was. It was drawn up in the dirt. Clayton Reeves kept that play alive, threw it over 2 defenders. Quarterbacks are taught not to throw across their field, across the body, and he still was able to get it first down. Boy, that's when you know things are going your way.
It'll keep the drive going. 1st and 10 for the Rams on the Triad 42. Ball in the near hash. Split left and right. It'll be an inside handoff. Graham Hicken, could he break for a run? He's at the 30 between the hashes, inside to the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 15. It'll move the chains again for another Ram first down.
19th first down. Graham Hicken just racks him up, 15 run. So much for that. They're calling the plays they did. Fairfield over Alvarado Trico, double nickel to 8.
Ooh. Of course, Red Lake College powers are streaming at WMIXsports.com. You can save thousands on your college education. See how and apply online at rlc.edu. Third quarter action, 5:44 left to go. The ball will be spotted between the hashes at the Triad 28. This is going to be, it looked like, an inside handoff to Hinken. Lloyd was in motion on the play. It's right around the near hash. No, my apologies. That was to Montez Miller Gray. So that's a 6-yard run to bring up 2nd and 4 as the clock will drop below the 5:15 mark here in the third quarter. Still 28-21 Rams, but they are threatening now. Just outside the red zone. Ball will be on the 22. Killing the clock. Making offensive headway. You'll take this from the Ram offense. Reeves, the quarterback, back under center. Miller Gray in motion. Now it's an inside handoff to Hinken, who bulldozes his way, presumably for a first down, past the 20 to about the 17.
That would be 20 first downs for the Rams.
White Hat will signal the first down. Now we're under the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. 28-21. Rams on top, looking to add some more offense. They've scored on every drive thus far tonight. We'll get you some more Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard updates throughout the night. Find Tony in his office. Look for him online at TonyWilt.com. Give him a phone call or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm agent Tony Wilt and Mount Vernon.
Yeah,
flag on
5
play.
yards. Too many people moving. That's the 7th penalty on Mount Vernon. Too many people in black moving before the ball.
That'll run a weekend.
Well, you haven't had many, so you can't complain too much. But we'll see. Benton now at 13-8 over Pinckneyville as they play another classic. That game in week 3 has been pretty darn good over the years.
4:30 to play in the third quarter. 28-21 your score. Reeves under center, the ball on the 23-yard line. In motion, C.J. Lloyd. Reeves going to keep it himself on the spin around to the near side. Gets inside the 20.
probably got 4 yards back of the penalty yards.
Still shy of the original line of scrimmage as far as this set of downs.
But you look.
2nd and 11.
Under 4 minutes after when this play is snapped, Mount Vernon just keeps chunking clock down. If you can chunk clock down and score, of course, Mount Vernon's had the ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 4 times already. They've scored all 4 times. So if you keep that up, you're all right.
Clock under the 4-minute mark here. 28-21 is your score.
Better be careful with all that equipment.
Ball on the 19-yard line, 2nd and 11.
You already owe me money.
Reeves under center. Hester in at fullback. Pitch is going to go to the far side. He's going to the left, trying to find some bulldozing room. Looks like he might have chunked up some yardage, maybe to about the 15. We'll see where the spot is going to take it. I thought he dove past the 15. Indication would be to about the 14. For a gain of 5, it'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Murphy's going to get a win tonight, beating Sparta.
Reeves gets some instruction. Lloyd comes off in favor of Robert Greider. So it looks like it'll be to the right, Jacoby Marshall, once they get set. To the left, it'll probably be Doug Gardner. Your backs are going to be Hester, Robert Greider, and then DeMontez Miller-Gray. They're not going to split off Gardner. They're going to keep him tight. Here comes an inside handoff. Miller-Gray breaks for the score. 14-yard touchdown for DeMontez Miller-Gray, and it's 34-21.
Why not, right? 14-yard run. Nice, right up the middle. 12-play drive that took 6 minutes.
Unbelievable.
And went 75 yards.
The hyphen strikes again. 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter, 34-21. Dylan Reeves on for the point after attempt. Sometimes that's treacherous. As the kick is up, looks like it's in between the uprights. It is. It's 35-21. Always trouble whenever you have back-to-back brothers at quarterback for the same program, but eventually I'll get Dylan Reeves. 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd, 35-21, Rams on top. Tell you about the Winning Edge, of course, serving Jefferson County and all of Southern Illinois. Of course, when you're looking for screen-printed T-shirts, hoodies, hats, or bags, who wouldn't love a custom-made hoodie tonight? Seek out Winning Edge online at winningedgeusa.com, serving Jefferson County and Southern Illinois. That's winningedgeusa.com. 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. It'll be Triad football. Key here for the Rams is going to be to stop them.
Yep.
I mean, that's all there is.
All there is right now.
They'll rely on Bryce Wiedemann for the return. They're going to stick 2 rows of hands up there for any potential tomfoolery. Lloyd will kick off. Not Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. Of course, I'm Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski alongside Jeff Crow with us as well. C.J. Lloyd on to kick off for the Rams. Wiedemann back to return, and this one's going to be Boomer at about the 22. Now to the 30 between the hashes, going to break for a run. It's Wiedemann. He'll finally be brought down. Looked like it was Robert Greider on the tackle. It'll be shy of the 45 at about the 44-yard line. Ball will be on the near hash with 2:54 to play in the 3rd quarter. 35-21 your score. The Rams up a pair of scores, and it's nice to have that little bit of a cushion.
Yeah, because then, you make Triad go at it again. It's kind of like running up the down escalator. You never quite get to the top.
Of course, the Rams historically have had issues with Triad's option offense. This is
There's
nothing
no
new.
issue tonight, that's for certain. Carmine just keeps piling on, 46-0, team of 3.
Green will be split to the left. It'll be Wigington split to the right. Nope, it's going to be an inside fake handoff, and then the second handoff will be stopped for a gain of maybe 1 up the right side for the Knights. Looked like that was Averill on the second handoff.
The option works very well if you got guys up front that can move people around, and unfortunately right now it's not happening.
2:30 to play in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Knights. The ball is on their own 45 near the far hash. Let's see, and it's going to be fumbled. There's going to be a trio of Rams in there to stop it. It's going to be a loss. This time for the Knights, it'll bring up 3rd down with 2:16 to play.
-1. Going nowhere fast.
Thought I saw Knutson, Williamson, Hester all in on that. Ryder was in the neighborhood.
1 yard loss.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Knights as we drop below the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. 35-21 your score as the Rams have a 2-touchdown advantage over the Knights out of the Mississippi Valley Conference. Quarterback Barber under center. This time it's going to be a handoff, and you betcha. Will they get some yardage on this? What a tackle by Doug Gardner, shy of midfield.
That's not a horse collar, young
As
fella.
Adam Nelson wanted a penalty flag, and that's going to be a big stop by Doug.
That's just a tackle. Grabbed him by the shoulder pads and slung him down on a nice hard hit. That's a highlight reel quality there.
Something along those lines.
There you go.
I'm out of loss. I've got a few defensive ones written down. Finally got our act together, or my act together there. As the play clock is at 16. Game clocks are actually right along with it in terms of seconds. 1:12 to go, 12 on the play clock. 4th and 5 for the Knights. They're going to split left and right. Couple of wingbacks here. Let's see what they go with. Out of the option with their quarterback. And this one's going to be the quarterback. Can they trip him up? It looks like he's possibly right there from here or short on 4th down. Will the Rams get that stop? It'll depend on the spot of the football by Jason Barber on the run.
There's no way. I don't care how big that football is. Really?
Nope. Points the other way.
Points the other way, yeah.
So it'll be a turnover on downs for the Knights. It'll be Mount Vernon Ram football at about their own 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 57 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Rams football presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
This might be a game-changer drive here. If you could put one in, go up 3 scores, 12 to go, that might just about do's it.
57.1 seconds left to go in the quarter. Dylan Reeves under center. Man in motion is going to be Lloyd. Reeves is going to spin around, come to the near side, pass midfield in the near hash. Gets pulled down. Ooh. I guess I didn't catch it. At about the 48.
I saw it.
Well, we did. We're not down there.
Nope.
Only laundry can throw, doesn't matter.
Run one more play.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Don't forget, you'll like what you find. If you don't like high school sports, you might be a little annoyed, but that's okay. 30 seconds left to go. 2nd and 5 for the Rams into Triad territory on the 48 on the near hash. Reeves under center. Same formation for the Rams. Same set here. It's going to be C.J. Lloyd on a sweep. He's able to break inside the sideline. Brought down with a vengeance at about the 35. It'll be a gain of 13. And if there was ever, wow, a big
That's just a hard tackle.
Now they're hitting hard.
Well, they're slinging hard. They're not hitting. That was a sling. That was a prom tackle. It was. Come here. Let's dance. Down. Man, it's a prom tackle when you got to reach for the arms. And again, tackling is down. Talking to people around to watch high school football, it's not as good as it has been because of limited practices.
Precisely. 1st and 10 for the Rams. The ball in the Triad 35. Lloyd in motion. Reeves on the turnaround. Snap's going to come to about the 30-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Rams. They get marched to the Triad 30. Up 35-21. 2-touchdown advantage, and I cannot imagine they will run another play here in the third quarter. But go ahead and switch sides and then see what they got. Yep, there you go. We've reached the end of the third quarter. The Mount Vernon Rams 35, the Triad Knights 21. This is Rams football powered by Community First Bank.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
We don't care where you purchase the car. We would like to do your service work. They can pull their car right in the shop, get out, and go into a climate-controlled environment. Our customers really do enjoy that. Our customers are very important to us, and we strive very hard to make the buying experience and the service experience second to none. I know a lot of dealers say that in their advertising, but we live it.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new one account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations, 7 ATMs, and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX mobile studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
Welcome you back just in time for fourth quarter action here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside on WMIX. Jeff Crow brings you the video angles on WMIXsports.com. Quentin Lloyd doing a phenomenal job back at our Mount Vernon studio. It's 35-21, Mount Vernon on top. They'll have it 2nd and 5 in Triad territory on the 30. Ball on the far hash as they go right to left here in the fourth quarter. Ooh, a nice little handoff. Who else but Graham Hintgen as he will get inside the 25 at about the 24. Looks like dancing with first down yardage.
Dance away, young fella.
So another first down for the Rams.
23 of them tonight.
Of course. Let's double check that, Hugo, before you make any assertions. It is 17-14. Althoff in the third quarter, leading Mascoutah.
In the third quarter?
In.
Althoff?
Yes, in
21, Mascoutah 17.
Third quarter ongoing, not
yeah.
in. Okay.
21-17?
Yes.
Thank
no,
you.
17-14. 35-21 here. That's probably where we got confused. It's going to be Miller Gray coming around on a sweep. Gets to about the 20. He'll take that, I think.
Yep, just a little sweep, see what you can get, stretch play.
With 11:30 to go in the fourth quarter, 35-21. The Rams have scored on all drives tonight. Can they keep that going? They got to stop on Triad finally, and I think you feel better with a 3-score cushion with the way Triad's been able to score tonight. Still 21 yards to go before pay dirt. 2nd and 7 for the Rams. Ball in the near hash in Triad territory just outside the red zone. With 11:29 to play. Play clock's at 12. Reeves, the quarterback under center. Split to the left is Gardner. In motion it'll be Lloyd. It's going to be Reeves on the roll around to the right side. He's going to have to shimmy around to break that tackle. He won't. He'll get to the 20. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Didn't get much there, did he? Not much. It's okay. Rams would like to score. They haven't been stopped yet tonight.
Reeves gets the instructions from Coach Jared Shaner on the sideline. 11:05 to play in the fourth quarter. Can the Rams pick up their 2nd consecutive win here in 2013 and be above 500 for the first time since 2008? Split to the left and to the right. Same personnel here for the Rams. Same group in the backfield. Reeves looking for the quick pass. It'll be to Gardner. He'll spin around the defender at about the 15. Now the 10 coming back to the near side to about the 8-yard line for a gain of 12 through the air.
Wow. Second catch of the night, 12. Dylan is 3 of 4. Tonight. How about it?
If you're looking to have found a bad decision this season from Dylan Reeves, you're going to have to keep looking. Very effective at quarterback, the junior has been thus far for the Rams. Looking for their 2nd win of the year. The ball spotted inside the near hash at the 7. 1st and goal for the Rams with 10:30 to play in the fourth quarter. C.J. Lloyd in motion. Didn't see the handoff. Thought it was Hintgen as he bulldozes his way in for the score. And the Rams lead at 41-21.
Well,
wow.
There you go. Wow.
10:24 to play in regulation, and the Rams are up 20, looking to make it 3 full scores. If they can get the point after.
What was that, about a 5-yard run?
7.
All right.
Unbelievable. What a great job by the Rams tonight. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Online at fordsquare.com. Reeves on for the point after. Good hold there. Good job on the snap and the hold by Reed Millwood. Reeves great on the kick, and it's 42-21 as the Rams are doubling up the Knights.
Wow. Little payback.
I can't remember. The cheerleaders have to do 42 now?
Yeah, supposed to. So the Rams go 53 yards in about 3 minutes. Now, this drive was puny. It was only 7 plays. Rams have scored every time they've touched the ball tonight.
Wow.
Well, that's impressive.
Something I've always thought the world of is the Ram cheerleaders doing a push-up for every point. 42 of them in or out right now. Well, most of them. I think there should be a cap on that. That is phenomenal. The award-winning Mount Vernon Rams cheerleaders. 42-21, 10:24 to play in the fourth quarter. And the Rams get that 3-score cushion. So now, obviously, you can't relax defensively, but you feel a little bit better. Still can't exhale. No,
6 possessions, 6 touchdowns, right?
Yep. I'll take that, won't you?
That's pretty good.
Yes, it is. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams. 2 locations right here in the King City. North 10th Street, of course, and on South 42nd. The market leader here in Jefferson County, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 42-21 is Wiedemann on to return for the Knights. Going to pick it up, at about the 22 near hash. Gets to the 25, now to the 30. Trying to get off to the races, won't. Runs into a bevy of Rams. There was Tyler Knutson. There was Jacoby Marshall. And there was, I believe, I thought that was Miles Tate with the initial contact.
One of our co-workers reminded me, don't get caught going to Twitter lockup. I said, not a chance tonight. I'm being very careful.
Careful indeed. The Rams got to be careful defensively here. 10-17 to play in the fourth. 42-21. The Rams up 3 scores on the Knights. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Triad 35-yard line. The ball spotted on the near hash. The quarterback, Jason Barber, the 6'3 senior, awaits the instruction. Still some confusion on the Triad sideline. Now need another man to come in. They were 1 down.
Trying to play 10 on 11 is not very fun.
No, it isn't. As Adam Nelson, the sophomore, slow to come in. He'll line up in the right slot. Under center is the quarterback. In motion, it's going to be Nelson. It's going to be the option, and it's going to be sniffed out by the Rams. It'll be a loss of 1 on a good tackle there. I believe that to be number 71, Trevor Schubert. We're going to have a lot of options for highlights.
Yeah, that's why we like them.
Won't be able to do them all, maybe, but
yeah,
we'll definitely stick the video back up at the end of the season.
Heron's going to go to 1 and 3. DuQuoin's going to go to 0 and 3.
9:50 to play in the fourth quarter. 42-21. Rams on top. It's 2nd and 10 from the Triad 35. The handoff didn't go very far. Not even enough to really get the initial numbers. I thought it was Bryce Wiedemann that time, and so maybe a soft gainer of about maybe 1. Oh, they gave him 3. Of course, I'm going off the scoreboard. I need to look at the field. 3rd and 7 now for the Knights. 42-21, Rams on top. They're going to have a man in motion. It's going to be the option now. Quarterback Barber is going to be brought down from behind. Robert Greider, as well as I thought I saw Andrew Heiner there on the play for the Rams defensively. And that'll bring up 4th and about 4, but you're going to go for it here, down 21.
Oh, you got to. You've been going for it everywhere else on the field. You have got to go for it.
Can the Rams get another big stop? 4th down. Triad Knights still in their zone. Ball is going to be on the 43-yard line where it's 4th and 3. The quarterback Barber will be under center. The Rams are stacking in the box, and this is going to be, nope, not stuffed out. Barber on the run of the option. They fell for it again. Still on his feet past midfield now, past the 40. Going to be brought down inside the near hash on a great tackle by DeMontez Miller-Gray, and the Rams bit for the option again.
Well, when you bite and send 10 guys up and you're trying to stop that option, if he gets by the first wave of defenders, he's going to be gone, and that's what happened there. There's nobody on the backside to get you because you got 10 guys in the box.
It's going to be a big run for Barber. About 18 yards or so. Brings up 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs for the Knights. The quarterback Barber back under center with 8:32 to play in the fourth. Down 3 scores, 42-21. Option again, rolls to the left, still on his feet as he gets past the 30.
You got a senior out there going, hey, guys, we're going to get on my back. We're going to go because I want to get to the playoffs. And if we don't win this one, life gets kind of tough.
8:32 to go. Official signaling for the clock to start. (42-21) your score here in the fourth quarter. As they are going to take a look at the clock on the scoreboard.
Got an issue?
That's kind of what I'm wondering, because it was 8:32 on the last play, I thought. 42-21 score. It's a 3-score game. The Rams on top here. It'll be 2nd and 4. Quarterback Barber got some instruction on the sideline. Mosey's back in where he'll be under center. Split to the right, that will be number 15, Cody Wigington. Split to the left, of course, is going to be Alex Crean. And it's going to be on the ground. You know that. It's going to be Barber, the quarterback. Finally, the Rams get a piece of him, but it still looks like he might have gotten a couple of yards on the play. I don't know that he got first down yardage by any means.
Just 2. But the clock is a friend of Mount Vernon, the foe of Triad. Because that, to me, is the key here. If they take 6 or 7 minutes to score, that's okay.
Under center, the quarterback, Barber. Just past the 9 o'clock hour, and it's going to be fumbled. The Rams got a hand on it, but I think it was recovered by Barber at the 7:37 mark of the fourth quarter. So they almost got a hand in there, but it's going to be 4th and short.
Close. But no cigar. 19 carries on the night for Barber. Not cutting through any defenses.
So it'll be 4th and 2 now for the Knights. 7:17 to play in the fourth quarter. Rams on top, 42-21. Trying to shut him down here on 4th down. Barber under center. And this one will be sniffed out. Tyler Knutson on it after initial contact was made by Drew Hester. Turnover on downs. It belongs with the Rams.
That a baby. Second turnover of the night on Triad. They are stuffed. After that drive of 8 plays, the Rams have it with 7:05 to go, and I believe you can have the Rams notched up at 2-1 heading into Althoff next week to begin South 7 Conference play.
With the Rams' ability to eat clock tonight, 7:05 to play in the fourth quarter. 42-21 is the Mount Vernon lead. It'll be Doug Gardner split to the left. They're going to bring Jacoby Marshall as tight on the right side. Double wingback set. Stacked on the left. Quarterback Reeves under center in motion. C.J. Lloyd on a sweep. Going to come up to the near side. Gets to the 35, down to the 40. Actually, that's Miller Gray to the midfield. Oh, my gosh. Going to break for it. 35. Cuts back at the 20. Now at the 15. Running between the hashes. Almost tripped up. In for the touchdown. And the Rams get a 68-yard touchdown of their own from DeMontez Miller Gray.
There you go.
Hyphen does it again. Wow. You almost don't want to make that a highlight because I got the wrong ball carry at first, but that is a worthy highlight from the highlight.
That helped. That shut the door. That will shut the door. My.
Ladies and gentlemen, DeMontez Miller Gray.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, he's 68. Pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good, I heard.
It's a word on the street anyway. 48-21. Let's see the ensuing point after. It's up, and it's going to be short. And maybe a little wide. 48-21 remains your score. 6:51 to play in the fourth, and now you feel better. They can let a little bit of air out of the lungs.
Yeah, 2-1.
Community First Bank of the Heartland with 5 Jefferson County branches. Responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Oh, man, let them be the first to say welcome back to 500 or above 500, and welcome back to personal banking.
Have the ball 7 times. You score all 7 times.
Unbelievable.
It's going to be fun going to the Candy Cane next week.
Yeah, it will. Whew. We'll get you some scores throughout the night, of course, presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance, for all of your insurance needs. See Tony Wilt there at State Farm, of course, on 42nd South Water Tower. He's online at TonyWilt.com. We're looking for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state.
Well,
they're in the fourth quarter now at Althoff.
Yeah.
Still 17-14, Crusaders.
Boy, that makes interesting next week.
Brian Reynolds wants a shout-out. He's listening to us the old school way on the radio. Brian's proud of his Mount Vernon Rams tonight, up 48-21. 6:50
Clayton Reeves.
Now you're doing it. I get this contagious.
Oh, didn't go 10 yards. Fumble. Watch
Onside
out.
kick. It was touched by Triad. Do the Rams recover? Does Triad have the football? Rams are playing for keeps.
Scrum. It's XFL.
Rams sideline signaling they have
Some
it.
kids are going XFL.
Rams celebrating now. It's going to be Ram football. 6:46 to play here in the fourth. 48-21 is your score. The Rams have had 7 possessions. They've scored 7 times. 6:46 to go. We told you a moment ago that Althoff led Mascoutah 17-14. Remains that in the fourth quarter. Thought I saw an update on there. It wasn't.
No.
Looked at the wrong box. So the Rams had the football, 1st and 10 on their own 48, the ball in the near hash.
Panthers score again. Things get interesting to the south down yonder.
Yes, they do. Things interesting here with the quarterback, Dylan Reeves, under center. Splits to the left and to the right. In motion. And now it's going to be an inside handoff. Was it Hintgen?
You can just run dives the rest of the way, sir.
Run whatever you want.
Oh, it don't matter now. I mean, it's just, this baby's done.
Of course, don't forget about Pink Out Night coming the next time the Rams will be at home.
Clinton County next week? Or St. Clair County?
St. Clair. You know, I know what you're doing. Pink Out Night supporting Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. FBLA putting that on. WMIX Sports proud to be one of the sponsors. Proceeds from Pink Out Night on the 27th. You can find information at mvths.org FBLA. This is going to be a sweep to the near side for Miller Gray. Pass midfield down to the 45. Pass at first down yardage at about the whatever that
Options.
is. 42.
Options, baby. How about this? 7 touchdowns for Mount Vernon tonight. Uh-oh, somebody getting... It's not good. Yeah, Rams, by my count, have 25 first downs. I'm of course, unofficial.
So we'll see what's going to happen here. With 6:02 to play in the fourth quarter, Rams up 48-21. Flags at midfield. It's going to be a hold.
Yeah.
So your flag and your footwork starts before the 50, and your
About
ball
12.
spotted past the 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
That math does not compute. 6:02 to play in the fourth. 2nd and 17 for the Rams. They've done a good job tonight. I will say that. Sweep to the right. It's going to be for C.J. Lloyd. Can he find some running room? He wiggles past a couple of tackles, breaks past midfield to the outside. He's at the 40, off to the races, 35. Couldn't stay in bounds. He gets out at about the 30, and that's going to be one heck of a run for C.J. Lloyd. It's going to be of the 30-yard variety. Jersey number. 5:43 to go in the fourth.
30.
Rams up 48-21.
Yep. Ground and pound.
It's now 24-14 Althoff over Mascoutah in the fourth. 24-14. Scoreboard updates tonight presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. 5:43 to play here. It's 48-21 Rams, 1st and 10. Oh, it was only to the 38, so he must have stepped out much earlier. My apologies. Reeves going to roll to the right off of the fake handoff. Going to get pushed back. Forward progress would have taken him to roughly the 35. So it'll be 2nd down for the Rams here as the clock continues to roll to drop below the 5.5-minute mark. Red Lake College brings you streaming on WMIXsports.com. You can save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. Find out how. See full descriptions on their over 100 degree and certificate programs. And apply online while you're there. 2nd and 8 for the Rams. The ball is on the 36. 5:08 to go in the ball game. 48-21. The Rams are up 27 points. It'll be their largest margin of victory in quite a while as we drop below the 5-minute mark. Off a sweep coming from the far side. Looks like Robert Grider somehow managed to slip a tackle, hurdle a guy almost. Gets to the 30-yard line where he's finally brought down by a bevy of Knights. Took that many. It's a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 2. Nice run by Grider. 4:30 mark of the fourth quarter.
Chester taking advantage of SVWW turnovers, up 29-15 now, fourth quarter.
See if the passing game for the Devils can come alive. Grider, Fitz, Hintgen are your backs. Doug Gardner split to the left. This one's going to be Fitz going up the right side. A little bit of a draw, it looked like.
Told you Fitz would get in on this.
Gets a gain of 5. It'll be 1st down yardage for the Rams. Down to the 25-yard line. 4:10 to play in the fourth.
Yeah.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square of Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway. Shop them online at fordsquare.com. See their selection of Lincoln Luxury at Ford Square of Mount Vernon. Rams are talking it over in the huddle. 4 minutes to play in the fourth. Going to let that clock wind. 13 on the play clock. Fits the tailback. Stacked on the left are Hintgen and Grider. Handoff's going to be a pitch. Actually, make that a pitch to Fitz. Inside the 30, so it's going to be a loss. It'll be a loss of about 2, 2nd and 12. Interesting. 3:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow is with us as well. Quentin Lloyd back at the Mount Vernon studio with 3:20 left to go here in the fourth quarter from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Mount Vernon 48, Triad 21.
Run that clock, baby.
That is Jacob Williamson, I believe, in at running back, along with Braden Fitzgerald and Robert Grider. Jacoby Marshall split to the right. Doug Gardner split to the left. Quarterback Reeves under center. It's going to be a handoff Actually, is that Andrew Heiner as he's pushed back a little bit on the run. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Rams as the clock drops below the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, this one's over.
Finally acclimated myself to the smaller numbers on the white unis. Not used to the larger font on the home blacks.
You'll see them next week. I promise.
You betcha. Just kind of intrigued by that Alsop Mascoutah score.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, matchups are everything.
Timing.
Anything can happen on any given night. Reeves, the quarterback, has Fitz as a tailback in an offset eye, and Reeves going to keep it himself. Gets to about the 25, so a gain of about 3 to the 24. We'll bring up 4th and 9 with 2:13 to go here in the ballgame.
Run it. Stand back. Go from there. Rams have had it 8 times. Probably won't score here. Who knows? Maybe they will. Scoring 7 out of 8 times on the possession would be good.
As we'll see Reed Millwood check in.
I got a penalty flag. Got some laundry on the field. Yes, you can use my Sharpie. Ooh, this will hurt. This is 15 on Mount Vernon.
Not sure exactly.
It'll turn out to be 10. Oh, my.
Not exactly sure what happened.
Yeah, it turned out to be a 15-yarder. Ouch.
I saw the flag, and then I saw the ball march.
That's the one thing is Mount Vernon has 10 penalties tonight. That's got to be worked on. I know 3 of them are on the kickoff, 4 of them. But 2 or 3 of them. But, I mean, come on. That's something that can be worked on by next week.
Yes, it can. The Rams will have it 3rd and 25.
Yikes.
Millwood will fumble, and he'll take a loss. Actually, it was 4th down, so it'll be a turnover on downs.
That ball didn't bounce up to him. He's trying to dribble it. You can't dribble that thing, man. It's not going to dribble out there.
Rams football is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Of course, they are the official voice of Rams athletics. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Remember FDIC.
Ha! I'm in people's backyards, and they're retweeting us at WMIX Sports. Our main hockey.
Gotcha.
Well, there's all kinds of doctors in the house.
1st and 10 for the Knights. They'll have it from their own 43-yard line. With about 1:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. 48-21 is your score. Triad got it on the turnover on downs. As we're keeping a live eye on Mascoutah Altshoff. Rams opponent, of course, from last week versus the opponent for next week.
Yeah.
Spread it out, of course. Probably going to stick with the option. Split left, split right.
We prepare as we're talking.
Wiedemann, of course, is going to be the fullback. And what are we going to have?
Delay game, yeah.
Play clock went 0, so that'll back it up to 1st and 15
penalty
from the 38.
Carmize beat Johnson City 46-20. Chester's up late. Marion's up late on Harrisburg. Another touchdown. That's going back and forth. 28-24 Marion over Harrisburg.
1:51 to go here. It's going to be quarterback keeper this time. It looks like Crean was the quarterback on the play. Backup QB, the junior for the Knights. Clock will continue to roll here as that's going to bring up 2nd down. Still about long. No, about 9. It's going to be a gain of 6. My apologies. As we'll see what the final score will be in about 1:30. At least in football clock time. That could be longer. Quarterback under center, split left and split right. Looks like Crean's still under center, and this is going to be a quarterback keeper on the option, sniffed out by Miles Tate and others. Still be a gain of about 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Knights. 48-21 your score with 1:10 to play here in the 4th.
Pinckneyville beats Benton 16-13. That shocks me. I had Benton winning being at home. Interesting.
Very. 48-21 the score. Rams on top here and out of the option. It's going to be 1st down yardage for Triad. As they run between the hashes to the 45-yard line, a gain of 5 will make it 1st and 10. Clock will stop to move the chains. But the Rams are going to be 2-1 on the year. 45-yard line between the hashes. The quarterback, of course, Alex Crean, the backup under center. Split left, split right. One in the slot. It's going to be a guy in motion now. Handoff. Actually, really is a handoff this time to the fullback, Bryce Wiedemann. Shy of the 40 to the 41 inside the near hash. A gain of 4 will bring up 2nd and 6. 27 seconds to play in the ball game. The Rams on top, 48-21. A fresh 25 on the play clock. We'll see just how far Triad advances here with the quarterback under center. Man in motion. Either way, it's going to be sniffed out, either the handoff or the quarterback. Quarterback's finally going to be brought down where he fumbles the football, but was he already down? 6.4 seconds left. Not going to matters.
Mount Vernon's going to win. 2-1, baby.
.4 seconds left to go. It's going to remain with the Knights. It'll be 3rd down.
They won't run another play. Oh, they might.
They might get one in. 3,
2, 1.
You can count it down. That's going to be all she wrote as the Mount Vernon Rams victorious for a second week in a row. 48-21 is your final. We'll tell you all about it coming up on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. We'll have final stats. We'll have a full comprehensive scoreboard update. We'll tell you a little bit more about our official voice of the Rams Community First Bank of the Heartland. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show is next. 48-21 your final. The Rams are 2-1. Triad drops to 0-3. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
I'm Edie Bob and Steve Bowers. We'll look at your next Triad weather. After a beautiful evening, it's going to be clear and chilly overnight, although 44 to 48. Tomorrow, bright sunshine and pleasant, high 75. Tomorrow night, clear and chilly, low again 44 to 48. Look for Sunday, plenty of sunshine, a nice afternoon, a high 78. And then on Monday, time for clouds and sunshine, high temperature again 78. Next Triad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
What do you get when you combine the 2013 Motor Trend Truck of the Year with the best incentives in the market during the only true truck month? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ram dealer at King City Crisis Center, Mount Vernon. You get deals that are too good to pass up and a large selection that won't last long. Just when you think the deals could not get any better, try 0% financing for up to 72 months on Rams. Wait, I'm not done. That's 0% financing for up to 72 months, plus $2,000 cash back on new 2013 Ram quad cabs, crew cabs with the Big Horn, Express, or Outdoorsman packages. Take advantage now during the only true truck month. Come see one of our associates at King City Crisis Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or shop us online at kingcitychrysler.com.
Hi, this is Jim Flag, commercial banker for People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank has served local businesses and farmers for over 100 years. With a wide variety of deposit and loan products, we have all your banking needs covered. From opening or expanding a business to purchasing a farm implement for the upcoming season, People's National Bank is here to help. Stop by today and let us show you what a true community bank can do for you.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois farmers and businesses since 1909. Member FDIC.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Red Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuition, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, pastry, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Red Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back to J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow brings you the video on WMIXsports.com. Quentin Lloyd back at the studio keeps us on AM 940. So glad to have you with us. Hope you enjoyed the 48-21 victory for the Mount Vernon Rams over the Triad Knights. The Rams improved to 2-1. The Knights fall to 0-3 for the first time in the good Lord knows how long. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Schmidt Chevrolet WMIX.com. Of course, we'll get to some stats a little bit later on. We'll get to some final scores here in just a moment as well. But 48-21, probably the key to the game. As you look back, I don't really want to count that last drive just because you're trying to kill clock. You're not trying to necessarily score. But the first 7 drives of the game for the Rams, first 7 possessions, end up in 7 touchdowns. That's an effective offense. That's a good offensive line. That's a good running game. That's a good, I mean, that's good everything.
Yep, that's what I just tweeted at WMIX Sports. 8 possessions, 7 touchdowns, 7 straight scores to start the game. Hard to beat a team when the offense and the offensive line is clicking as well as they were doing there.
The defense kind of had some issues there with the option at first, but when the drives were crucial to be and they had to be stopped, the defense stepped up to do that. And a lot of big hits tonight. Xavier Attias, Robert Grider, Tyler Knutson, Andrew Heiner, Miles Tate, among others, all stepped up with some key hits tonight. And as a result, the Rams got some key stops, were able to build that lead to a 3-score advantage, and that's a big job for the Rams tonight.
That's a big job. But, I mean, this is what you want. And, again, this win tonight where you dominate Triad like they did, and Althoff's going to see the film, and they're going to, it won't be ours, but they're going to see the tape, and they're going to go, whoa, they just went down and said bang, 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 and there was nothing anybody could do. It's not fancy. It's not trickery. It's just here it is. Have at it. And that's exactly what Mount Vernon did tonight. An impressive victory. First win at home in 2 years. First time over 500, 5 years? And now on the road to Althoff next week. Here we go.
There we go. South 7 Conference play starts next week. We'll tell you where you can tune in after a quick break. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. The Mount Vernon Rams victorious tonight by a final of 48-21. This is Rams football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Friday night lights are back. The best in high school football content is right here at WMIX Sports. Don't miss area coaches and our panel of experts as the Saturday Sports Show revisits the region's most important games. We'll also recap the WMIXSports.com scoreboard, plus talk up other local sports. Look for the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 a.m. news on WMIX 940 and WMIXSports.com, powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Center. It's been said that in order to grow, you have to change. Very rarely anymore do insurance companies ask the phrase to go out and get free estimates. The new phrase insurance companies are asking is, would you like to take your vehicle to one of our direct repair facilities? This is a way for your insurance company and collision repair center to help relieve the stress you may have from your unfortunate incident. And, as Landers Collision Centers has adapted to this forever-changing industry, we are extremely happy to announce that we are a direct repair facility for over 10 different insurance companies. It's likely that one of them is yours. From dealing with your insurance company, setting you up with a rental vehicle, lifetime warranty on repairs, and of course, Landers Free lifetime detailing for qualified customers, Landers Collision Centers literally takes the stress from your incident and turns it back into a shiny new ride for you to enjoy again. Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new one account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is Joe David Cummins from Community First Bank. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. 48-21, your final here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. As the Rams get a big win tonight, Jared Shaner gets another iced Gatorade bath on the sidelines as the Rams improve to 2-1. And, of course, the Triad Knights fall to 0-3. Schmidt Chevrolet, SchmidtChevrolet.com. Of course, you'll find their inventory in person at 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. You'll find us here at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. And a big win for the Mount Vernon Rams tonight, heading into St. Clair County next week. Back to St. Clair County on even-numbered weeks, apparently, as they will take on the Althoff Crusaders from Lindenwood University Stadium. Of course, I will give you your option of stats or scores.
Stats, Mount Vernon 26 first downs to Triad's 11. Mount Vernon with 1 turnover on the night. That was late. Triad with 2. Penalties, 10 for 60 for Mount Vernon, 2 for 10 for Triad. Rushing department, the Rams, I had 446. That's unofficial. The 226 for Triad. Passing yards, all Mount Vernon 27 zip, which gives you a total yardage of 467 to 226. Final score, Mount Vernon 48, Triad 21.
That's a quick glance at your stats, and of course your final stats here tonight on a Ram victory. 48-21 over Triad is your final. We'll come back and tell you more here on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. We'll come back, give you one final scoreboard. We'll come back and give you a player of the game. From J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, this is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. This is Rams football powered by Community First Bank.
Protect yourself and the ones you love by getting a flu shot at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. It's the smart and healthy thing to do. Just walk right in. No appointment is necessary, and no prescription from your doctor is required. The shot is no cost to Medicare primary beneficiaries with Part B. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have a seasonal flu shot event, which is not just one day, but usually 4 or 5 days, that we schedule nurses to come in and give shots. I can also give shots to anybody who can't make those days, for example.
The Medicine Shop is also offering flu shot clinics. Here are the dates. Get your flu vaccine between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 24th, and Thursday, October 3rd, Monday, October 7th, and Tuesday, October 8th. If you're homebound, every effort will be made to schedule a home visit. Call us if you require the service. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or call 618-242-8776.
Max credit, no problem. Auto Mart of Salem is here to help. Auto Mart of Salem is your local stop here, pay here headquarters. Quality cars, vans, SUVs, and trucks in stock now. All credit applications are accepted. Stop here and pay here at Auto Mart of Salem, 1819 West Main, Salem, Illinois. Stop online at automartofsalem.com or call us at 618-548-8611.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Rend Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013, and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Rend Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today, 437-5321.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
And we're back at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, where the Mount Vernon Rams have wrapped up a 48-21 win over the Triad Knights. First time in 4 years that the Rams have bested the Knights. Last time was in 2009 when the Rams beat Triad. But here we are from J.D. Shields, and the Rams get a home win for the first time since 2011. That was also the last time they'd gotten their victory prior to last week's win on the road at Mascoutah. So, big night, a lot of scores from around the area. We'll get to those in just a moment, of course, as we work on our Saturday sports show lineup for tomorrow morning, 8:08 until 10 o'clock, of course, after the 8 o'clock news right here on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. We will have Mount Vernon Rams head football coach Jared Shaner. We will also have Johnny Hollis, assessor there, Waltonville Woodlawn fame. We'll have our WMIX sports correspondents, and we'll have a pretty good, what we hope,
starting to work out pretty good. You got to catch people at the right times.
It's half the battle. Usually after a win, it's a great time.
And I'm about got it. Late night. Kershaw's pitching, so I can stay up tonight. Okay, finals in the Black Diamond. They're all final. It is Chester. Ooh, that's a mistake. Better not read that one wrong. Chester beats Cesar Vallejo, Waltonville Woodlawn 36-15. El Dorado beats CZR 48-6. Fairfield over Alvarado Trico 58-8. And Carmi beats Johnson City 46-20. Oh, there's one I needed. Nashville beats West Frankfort 50-23. Thanks, Bo. Okay, moving on to the Mount Vernon side of the schedule, where we know late fourth, Althoff leads Mascoutah 24-14. We're watching that one. At halftime, it was Carbondale 34, Waterloo 20. We have not heard anything since. Centralia goes to 3-0, beating Effingham 21-6. Marion leads Harrisburg 28-24. That is late in the game. That game has went back and forth. No score from Kokia. Rochester gives the Rams another playoff point tonight, beating Week 1 opponent next year from Mount Vernon, Taylorville, 42-10. And Mount Carmel, Illinois, leads Princeton, Indiana, 35-28 at the end of 3 quarters. River to River, Pinckneyville wins a tight one on the road at Tabor Field in Benton, 16-13. Marion has beaten Harrisburg 35-24. Marion over Harrisburg 35-24. As I said, Pinckneyville beats Benton 16-13. Heron beats DuQuoin 23-0. AJ is going to beat Massac 34-12. That was late score from our friend. Murphy was leading Sparta end of 3, 28-6, and Nashville beat West Frankfort 50-23. And that's all the ones I have that are newly updated as of right now.
There you go. Those scoreboard updates are presented by Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, see Tony in his office, give him a call, check him out online at TonyWilt.com, or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. So that is your final scoreboard update of the night. Your final score from here, the Mount Vernon Rams 48, the Triad Knights 21. And, of course, Rams football, as always, has been presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. They are the market leader with 5 Jefferson County branches. Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Here on your Schmitz Chevrolet postgame show, wouldn't be complete unless we did a Rams player of the game. And yikes.
It's going to be hard.
It is going to be hard, but you know, a lot of hard hitting on defense, a lot of great runs by both Drew Hester to Montez Miller-Gray. You saw a lot of chunked up yardage, of course, from Graham Hinken. Dylan Reeves completed a couple of passes to Doug Gardner, one to Jacoby Marshall. And, very difficult decision here tonight as the Mount Vernon Rams get a big win. And obviously you don't want to take the chicken way out and just pick the entire team.
No.
But it really was a team effort tonight.
It was definitely a team effort.
So that's the only route I foresee possible.
I don't know how else you could say. I know offensive line was tremendous. At least I thought so.
Let's go the O-line.
I'm telling you what, the guys in the trenches who hardly ever get picked, they deserve as much credit tonight as anybody. They were dominating up front. In order to run that football, you got to dominate up front, and
so
that's exactly what they did.
I will give the starters. Obviously, there were some substitutions, and we apologize, did not catch all of them. But Alex Hopkins started, Josh Borland started, Tyler Bradley started, according to my list, Cody O'Neill started, and Eli Phillips started tonight on the offensive line for Jared Shaner's Mount Vernon Rams. They are your players of the game. That's going to do it for us tonight. We're back on the air tomorrow with the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 o'clock news here on AM 940. Online at WMIXSports.com. Our next Rams broadcast is Rams football on the road at Altsoff next Friday night. 6:30 your pregame, 7 o'clock your kickoff. AM 940, video at WMIXSports.com. Next Lady Rams broadcast will be Thursday night as they welcome the Marion Lady Wildcats. We'll have that for you with video at WMIXSports.com after the freshman and JV matches conclude on Thursday night. So that does it for us tonight. For Jeff Crow, for Danny Czerwinski, for Quentin Lloyd back at the studio, for everyone at Withers Broadcasting. On behalf of WMIX Sports, I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you of the final score. The Mount Vernon Rams 48, the Triad Knights 21. Mount Vernon 2-1. Triad is now 0-3. So long from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium.